pay it to your face. For sure, I'm living cause it's grace. Found this joy and ditch my faith. Oh, hard that I bang boogie, I will now increase my strength. This suppressing weight. My goal to make it through his gate. Gave up way too much just to quit because of slate. No, his flame will be my fate. Run this race with no delay. Eyes on the prize, finish line, maintain a steady pace. Keep a smile upon my face. Could be sleeping subterranean, yet for whatever reason you would. He touched my cranium, vibranium, indestructible divine. He give his precious. Iron sharpen iron by his power under this pressure. Yes, a diamond in the rough, and I dumb round in the bush. Abba was minded to slay me, but Yahusha took the wood. Pause. Big brother pledge allegiance like fraternity. Took his cue dog so I can rest up for eternity. Along Cain with majesty, the desire that burning me. So burning me avoided in obedience abundance. See, I gotta be blameless.
Order my steps, keep my mind at all times. Help me conquer this flesh, it wanna cut up. This tortured mind, it won't shut up. Replaying the past, every time I messed up. Pushing me to crash and burn, I won't lecture. Standing on a rock, show your hoodie, I ain't giving up. I gave up too much, no sir, I'm climbing. Till I get closer to that sun shining. And not that sun, I'm talking the meaning behind it. Before he made what was made, he was there beside him. Wisdom, crieth, I keep diet disappointed. My spot, my goal, triumph. Spent too many nights crying in my defiance. Lying to myself like I ain't as bad as I am. They trying to tell me that you can't live perfect, but they can say that for them Sunday services. Gotta be blameless. I just gotta make it. Oh, I just gotta make it. I just gotta make it in. Oh, 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 I just gotta make it in.
I tell you what, man. Ooh, my butt hurt. Well, it ain't like that, man. I messed around and got one of them shots, one of them Vitavitamins shots. My wife shot, I don't think it ain't went nowhere. That's a knot right there. God damn, man. Goodness. I ain't got no grease on it, though. Isn't that right, man? She had to give me a shot, man. That darn thing ain't went nowhere. That thing just sitting there, just made a knot right there. She got to learn how to give her, got a massage it. Yeah, I had her massage it, but I didn't want to get too heavy. I said, we got service. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to blow up mine. Y'all all right? Yes, Two to be alive. Yes, sir. By the corner, Mr. Yahuwah. That's right. That's right. So we certainly appreciate him giving us that mind. I know some of them, I know maybe a couple of them still trying to press their way and get him. I know this 6:30 time is new. And boy, I got to get myself together for this 6:30. Oh, it's tight. Boy, your day be like, God damn, I didn't know, man, the day got away from me. But I appreciate, I was looking, I see everybody here about 3. I said, about 2:30. 3 o'clock be leaving here. 3:30, I said, I said, I know it, man. Out the 4, I said, I got to get out of here now. By the time I got home, I said, man, get home. I said, take a shower. So I take a shower, I said, I ain't getting back up. I'm done. I know I was done. It was a press. I appreciate the Most High, though, for allowing us, Push it to 7. I was going to ask. I know some of them still trying to get him. If I had to go to 7 until, as soon as it started getting dark now, y'all know I did it because it started getting dark at 6 o'clock. Once they do the time change. John on the front row? Goodness. There's a seat, I know that right. Candidate down for the count. What happened to 40 nigga, where he at? I thought where he supposed to be? I thought he'd be well. Cannon don't usually be sick. Who got Kennedy sick? He went in a sick house. They was sick before COVID. Now, don't put that on COVID. And that right, we talking about mental. He had Mike in there. Only man buy ham and cheese loaf, and he said he didn't know it was pork. I said the thing said ham and cheese. It didn't have pork in the ingredient. It say ham and cheese, Mike, and then it say pork in the ingredient. I said I don't know what they need. The thing had ham with a pig snout on it. Shouldn't that warned him and told me it was something? But again, that's Mike for you. So the house been sick. But now you seeing y'all this close, y'all all right? Y'all might think it's a giveaway or something. And I ain't never seen them this close. Y'all look different up here. Your glasses even look bigger up here. Man. I bet you done burned out a lot of cars on the road. You know when that sun shine through and hit somebody else's car. And she on the expressway. These cars just blow up on the expressway. No marker for them. What you got on the mic? They go Rod moving on up. Yeah. That's another road back there, Rod. One more, he's close enough. Oh, he's going one more time. Yeah, Rod, go on up here, Rod. That's right, Rod. That's right. Might be the Holy Ghost. Yeah, that's right. It takes on to make something. Y'all all right? Well, I ain't gonna never do that shot. It's gonna be a while. I ain't gonna do that. Woo! Everybody that thing, woo! Everybody know not was right down. Goodness. I don't like needles. How many of y'all don't like needles? I don't know. I asked the lady, I said, let me ask something. As long as technology been out here, why y'all still gotta stick me? Ain't y'all got something like you can just point at you or something? Y'all been doing it too long to still keep sticking people. Where they got them diabetic needles? You got one can tell where like an easy stick? Or you got the regular old needle? You two ain't smell. You got the regular old needle, you got the new one. Yeah. It's an easy little stick. It don't go in as far as the old one. Quick little stick in there, yeah. They should got me one of them. I don't like none of them, really. I don't like none. I always hated needles. I used to cry for to get my shot. Man, I hated vaccination element. You go there, you're like, what you here for? I'm about to start again. I hate them things. Women the only one can take shot. Men, all y'all men the same. Y'all always complain. I'm like, I got shot and it was lead paper than needle. That bullet was so quick, that was it. I was sitting down. When that done needle, that thing leave pain hereafter. How many of y'all men that don't bother y'all to get a shot? Somewhere you from New Orleans, yeah, them shots rough. I'm talking about a needle shot. Yeah, the needle. It don't bother you? I think it bothers me a lot. I really had to get my mind together. When I say, and they take them too, and then the alcohol hurt. They give you the little rough skin rub. I said, listen. She said, what you doing shot? I said, it's the alcohol. I know what you get ready. Then I had one day, she stuck me like, probably about 6, 7 times. She they help her tongue say, I use it on I said, this it. She talking about, I don't know what. I don't never be, lady, you been in my arm. That ain't in my, I said, I ain't never had nobody in my arm this many times. It's in, out. I got veins in my hand. I'm like, lady, I've never had nobody tell me, I can't find your, listen, she kept going there. I said, this is it. We got to get, I was so frustrated with that lady. That just disgusted me. I hate needles. I hate them shots. I hate looking, when I say, now, them veins go away. They in the hand now. As soon as they say shot, them bad boys go, listen, they discipline. They know. When they turn their back, my veins say, look, it's on you. I'm gone. Listen, they be like, I'm out of here. I be like, I see, you don't believe it. I got a lot of veins. I be trying, I look ridiculous. I be like, I got veins. I be like, they don't be nowhere. They be like, this man's telling lies. You know what I'm saying? It's terrible, but I appreciate, I like not getting them. When I got AIDS, when they stopped vaccinating you in elementary? I think you get your last one about 12 or something. 6th grade, something like that. Yeah, probably about 6th grade. Wow, what happened? Somewhere around there. Yeah, you start getting them at a period of time. I guarantee I got all mine. You're supposed to get that one on your shoulder. Y'all remember that? Supposed to leave that permanent mark. Nothing to take the shot. No, it's one you get and leave a mark. Some people got the little round circle on their arm with a little hole. Who got that one? I like that one, but I ain't get that one. They gave me that little stick. They gave me a little thing that looked like a lightning bug booty. No, it ain't TB shot. No. This permanent. It's a little round mug you get on your shoulder. Y'all remember that? Everybody used to get them. What is it called? Ain't no TV. There ain't no TB. No, there ain't no. No, hepatitis they give you go to jail. That just swear you up. They go out. That's TB, not that one. I'm talking the one everybody giving you a baby. You get a little permanent mark on your shoulder. Y'all remember that? Tap a check. You got one. Where yours at? You ain't got yours. You sit up here. What's going on in their house? There you ain't got one. You supposed to have one on your shoulder. Who all got one? I'm gonna go tell them to take mine back. I'm gonna get mine back. You ain't got one. Nobody got one. Malcolm. When Cain and Abel, you remember that? Y'all got one. He said, no, you telling the wrong thing. No, not TB. No, we ain't talking about that. No, we're not talking about TB. That's the wrong thing. Wrong shot. Wrong. This is a shot you get everybody. Back in the years, you get them and it leave a little mark on your shoulder. Some people got the round circle. Now I know what y'all talking TB, they just stick that in here and just see if it swell up. No, this is, what, anybody got that shot? That's terrible. Okay, these people got shot, don't know what they got. It's terrible, keep going. I'll tell you one thing, I better get right before they blow the place up. Everybody look on the news ain't getting no better. China ain't getting no smarter. America ain't getting no smarter. England ain't getting no smarter. It's just terrible. All we got is people dying every day. And nobody got sense enough. I don't know how the people can't come together and realize it's time for the people to take back the power and the people make the decision. If people that dying, you know what? You never see any of these world leaders get killed. It's always the people. It's always the soldiers. Everybody get killed, the little man on the totem pole. The people that make the decision are our worst decision makers. Because anything, look at how many people are starving all over the world. Look at how many people dying all over the world. Look at the diseases. When you look at COVID being a disease that man created, fabricated in a laboratory, and you let it loose, look at how many people dying. Look at how this has changed the course of the world. You can never go back and put the people back, the businesses, the homes, the families. It just changed the way we deal with it. Everybody walk up now, you either boop or you touch or you don't touch, you look. It was already, we weren't communicating well as human beings, but look at where we at now. It just totally took the care out that men got for each other. Think about it. Who's really gonna jump out and try to help you? For all I know, you can have COVID. Or you can have some other ailment of disease, or you can have monkeypox. So now it puts so much fear in people that care about people, that be responsible for people. People had to get back to caring for one another. And that's something we lack, we lost. You know what I'm saying? The humanity of people. You see a person broke down, you might see a person car sitting in the street. You usually would get out and say, well, let me just help him push and get out of the way. Now you don't want to be bothered. It could be a scam. I can get involved with somebody and wind up getting myself killed. We put so much fear out here in people that people don't care. So now what happens to us, we don't care about it either. Nobody cares. It's just a sad place to live in, the fact that we're going to the point that nobody's telling people the truth, that people would rather hear lies and people are comfortable with how things are going. And the next generation come behind us will do better, they'll do worse. We'll continue to keep going down and not up. We'll continue to keep spiraling out of control. We're in a situation now that people that regulate us have come up with a decision that kids can make decisions on sexual changes. How did we get here? How do we get to a point that the government tell us that our kids have the right to have a sex change? That we want our kids to be educated by men in dresses, by women dressed up like men. You know what I'm saying? Coming with fake boobs on. So it's just to a point that when do we change it? We talk about it. In the religious organization, I put most of this on the church. Every religious organization play a part. The church, the synagogue, the mosque, everybody play a part. Because every one of these people that make these decisions in these government positions, all of them are members of some religious organization. There's none of them that's not. Either the majority of them are a member of a church. They're all a member of something, a mosque, a synagogue or something. And at some point you got to realize, so what are we teaching? Come on. The fundamentals of what we do all stem from some religious belief. Right. So how do we get to a point that we got people that it doesn't matter, we don't care, that we can't say sir, ma'am, but we call each other it and they, other. How do we get to that point? Isn't this dangerous? What happened to the fundamentals of what we said we believe? We went from the thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not, every religion agreed on that. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not commit adultery. All these different things, homosexuality. Now everything off the table. When it comes to sexuality, and that's a part, so it is nothing to define who we are. Something has to define and regulate what makes a man, what makes a woman. Now once decided, we said throw everything out of the book. And now this is what we're stuck with. We're stuck with what? And the recourse is what? The weather's out of control, people are dying, homes are destroyed, we're losing our children, crimes at an all-time high, businesses are shutting down, countries are collapsing. We're talking about whole countries collapsing. We went from Pakistan, three-fourths of the country flooded, Nigeria now. Yeah. They're flooded out. Yeah. He wiping out all these places. But everybody got to pay for what they've done. Right. None of this is without reasoning. From the weather-related stuff in Florida to every one of these states, to every one of these countries, to every one of these islands, everybody got to pay for what they've done. Unfortunately, this is what it takes to get men to sit down and listen. Man has never listened when things been calm. It takes things to become destructive on man for man to sit down before he'll finally consider his ways. And the goal is to get man to turn to recognize the creator. Unfortunately, where are we today? There's nothing to define to tell man where he should be, how he should conduct himself, what he should seek, how he should carry himself. Everything is just open to interpretation. Everything is open to what people want to do versus what did the Most High command for us to do. And this is where we at today. Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, everybody need to come together and sit down and fix this situation we got. They can't do it. Economies are gone. You talking about whole countries collapsing? No, but we've never heard this before in our lives. Never seen any of this before in our life. It ain't getting no better. But man keep looking for a quick fix. He can't get a quick fix. Man got to come up and step to the point and realize we to blame. This is our fault. We losing generation. Me and Uncle Ted were talking earlier. He was explaining about how he was just thinking about the things we were talking about on Come and See, what they call Wednesday night. It's unfortunate that the way we kind of dish out our punishment is kind of the way we received it. We come from the people before us, like my mother, my dad. How many times would your mama would explain something to you before she hit you? If she showed you something, how many times? One time. You didn't get 4 and 5 times? If they showed you something, you had to get it that first time. And that's the way because we were talking about that's how the slave master gave it to us. Uncle Ted was talking about how his daddy was a brick mason. He said his daddy gave him a trial and say he stood behind him with a hammer. He said his brother was sitting there doing. He said dad hit him right in the head with that hammer. He said brother took off across that field, blood was shooting everywhere. But I know, but you got to think about this. That's tragic. But the problem is, how did he get this behavior? That's how the slave master gave it to us. So everything, you had to be so quick to catch everything. Like now these kids, y'all got the luxury of, y'all screw up so much, it's ridiculous. I mean, for those of us that grew up, we didn't get all the opportunity chance. It blows our mind to see how many times y'all get told something. I watch some of y'all probably get 5 whoopings in a daytime. I've never got more than 1 whooping, let alone a day, a week. Are you serious? My dad he'd have killed me, but like, you retarded. He'd have told me, you ain't even got no business living. You have taught these kids old enough. Listen to something. My dad said something. Listen, that man put them eyes on you. And just listen. All that breakdown. Listen. You right here start going to my drawers. Say, you know what come there. That man just stare at you, keep looking. You're in trouble. You look at that man still looking. Yep, this is not good. That man is contemplating killing you. But I mean, they raised us up in a way that we caught on the things you realize how important it was to pay attention to things. It's important for you guys now to pay attention to things. A lot of stuff that we tell y'all hear me kind of being repetitive, talking about the situation we face in America, what we've gone through in America, how much adversity we've had in America, and how nothing is nothing has changed. The same people are still very much alive that passed the laws, that push legislation, that keep you degraded, that wouldn't recognize you as a whole human being, but as a fraction of a person, that wouldn't allow you the rights that's supposed to be inalienable, which means nobody can give them to you. Like the right to breathe. There's no law I could pass saying you have a right to breathe. I can't control your breathing. That comes from the Most High. But there are rights you have, like traveling and moving, that's not restricted. It shouldn't be restricted by them, yet they've taken it from you. Your rights for you to be recognized, some things are inalienable, meaning they can't change. They have nothing to do with that. Got it? That's your right. As a human being, that's something that comes from the Creator, not from them. Unfortunately, we've never had that opportunity. Everything we got, going to the restroom, may I go to the restroom? May I use the restroom? May I? See, these are things I can't control. You have to go to the restroom, you need to go. But when we served under them, they let you know when.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You had to go ask the master. Yeah, boy. They tell you, see, we never had the opportunity to have the right, have the control, the freedom of making the choice. It was always we wanted to do it, but we needed permission in order for us to be able to exercise whatever we wanted to do. What I would like to see for our people, which is a goal, is to get our people to a point, a point to where we can have a desire to do something, and then we can have the will and have the ability to do it without the permission of an oppressor. Y'all got it? It's a lot. That's just a lot that we sit back and we look at over the years, the things we suffer. And I don't see us getting better. It's not getting better for the so-called Negro. It's just being honest. Other races won't recognize it. It'll seem like nothing. I don't expect them to recognize it's not their flight. It's not their plight. They're not the people that have been enslaved. They're not the people that have been oppressed. They've been the oppressor. They've been the owners of the slave. So of course it's not a problem. If I were to put you on the ground right now and sit on top of you, you know who it'd be a discomfort for? Who you think it'll hurt? If you were laying on the ground and I sat on top of you, who would it hurt? Exactly. So that wouldn't be my problem with it. That's why it's not a problem to them, because all the things that you'll be complaining about, you'll be saying, Rod, get off, can you get off me? I can't breathe. Raha, I feel like something breaking. Rod, I feel like, I'm saying, but I'm good. I don't have any problems. Nothing's restricting my breathing. I'm not hurting. He'll be hurting. So you got to understand, your plea and your cry for help or breathing has nothing to do with me, because it's not bothering me. It's only affecting you. So now what has to happen is you have to literally take me, put me on the ground and sit on me. So now I understand his plight now. Now I see what he's talking about. Now I see how this can hurt him. You got what I'm saying? See, the problem is we keep talking to a people, they ain't never been oppressed by it. Yeah. You take white America and make them a slave for 400 years. Then let's talk about it. Mm-hmm. Right. It won't even be a conversation. It's not even gonna be. They ain't gonna sit around talking about, man. They'll be like, man, you know what? You owe me for 400 years for sitting on me. You for real? That's what I've been saying. It's unfortunate they won't ever understand your plight until they actually become afflicted by it. Okay, I don't believe it. You know, they say, that's drastic. It's not drastic. I mean, what do you have to do? How long we been communicating? I can tell you, people came along before y'all were trying to say it was wrong. People came along in y'all generation before y'all were trying to tell them about they were being oppressed, they were being murdered, what happened to kids. They weren't listening because it didn't affect them. Right. Until things affect other people, they don't listen. And it's unfortunate. It takes other people to sit in your position. And then look at it. I couldn't hold a white person slave for a week and expect them to understand my plight. It's not long enough. Right. That's a vacation. Yep. You know, what boot camp in the military? 11 weeks? They get over and they let it go. I'm not saying that's 11 weeks, 13 weeks. I need to at least let you sit down 200 years. 200 years and see you hadn't gone nowhere. Right. 200 years you don't have an identity. Right. 200 years, you don't have ownership or something. Right. Y'all got that? 200 years and you have no wealth. 200 years and you can't read, you behind. You don't know how to test take. You don't have your own schools, your own community, your own neighborhoods. 200 years you've been in prison. Then let's talk. I'm just being honest with you. It's a fruitless argument and discussion to have a white America about our plight unless they suffered it. Mm-hmm. I'm just being honest, because they won't never understand it. You can't understand it from an owner point of view. Let me tell you what a lot of people that do their own businesses. When they have kids and they bring their kids saying, what smart was to do? Who know what they'll do? Hands. Uh-oh, Chris. What they'll do? Start them at the bottom. Why is that? So they learn the whole business. That's right. You start them at the bottom so they know how to treat the people that's under them too. When they had to do work too, you bring them straight in the managerial and they touched nothing, they done nothing, they'll tend to take things for granted. They'll tend to have less respect or care of what other people do. So you make them start doing menial stuff as well. People say, that's crazy. Why they make them do menial? Because you need to understand. See, white people never put their kids in the same position we've been in. That's why their kids come along and hate you even worse. Yep. How am I understand your plight? I was born, as soon as I was born, I was CEO. How am I understand the plight of other people? The janitors, the people in the cafeteria, the door people, the people that hold the door, the elevator workers. Why can't I understand their plight? All I look at, they need to quit complaining. They need to thank God they got a job. They need to be thanking me. Because you understand their plight. See, until we can recognize where the disconnect is and why they can't understand us, because the argument you keep having doesn't make sense. He doesn't hear you. He doesn't understand your plight. He doesn't see yourself. Then you're too quick to laugh and dance and play too quick. So it couldn't have been that bad. Think about it. What you do, you go right back to jigabooing, you go right back to comedian, you go right back to dancing, you go right back to playing. So it couldn't have been that bad. So it looked like now when you start to complain, they don't realize these are some of our outlets and these are talents we have. Now we find out that you get paid for it. People pay you to entertain it, and people of color will go to place, so-called of color, will go to place be entertained. It's an escape. Because we go to the movie, 2 hours to get away. 2 hours to sit down and watch a movie, a white folk running and knife running behind them. I couldn't wait to buy a ticket. All white folks are getting killed. White man come out the water, everybody running hard and say, so you know what a nigga feel like? For an hour and a half, it's them. Then they home, somebody coming their home to kill them. Welcome to being a nigga. That's just being honest. Then their own yard getting chased. Welcome to being a nigga. Think about when the Klan came on our property at nighttime. With lanterns and come with torches, with ropes. They come get you. That's more horrific and more horrifying than what they got with Jason. These people go to their killer. These white folk that write tragedy about white people. I didn't write mine. They created mine and then wrote about it. I didn't ask for my phobias and my fears. I didn't ask for nobody to hate me. I didn't ask for nobody to hang me and put me in no tree. I didn't ask for nobody to take my kids and my wife and separate us forever. I didn't ask for nobody to change my last name and give me another religion. Which one of y'all did it? Because apparently Newsbreak, somebody had told white America, this is what we all wanted. This is what you asked for. Never had the conversation. So what we had to do, it might seem, again, repetitive that we go over a lot of time, but if we don't discuss it, and at least, and I want you guys to not take it at what I said, I want you guys to watch for yourself and see what you see. And when you see it, then you understand what your job is to make sure that you try to stay far away from it as you can of them owning you, of controlling you. Then you start to get with people and you start to conversate about it. How many of y'all like to get beat? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if y'all can hear me, my young people. How many of y'all like to get beat? How many of y'all like to get stuff taken away from you? Raise your hand if y'all can hear me. What's that man showing? How many of y'all like to be hung in the tree? How many of y'all like to be drugged behind a car? How many of y'all like to be locked up for something you never done? Well, I need y'all to pay attention. I pay attention because that's where y'all headed to. Unfortunately, that's the situation we're in. It's just a matter of time till you run across the right white group that don't mind enforcing that. And it'll be fun and pleasure for them. Right. See, the way they'll justify it is, first of all, you ain't even a real person. Because if you was a real person, you'd be white. See, I always pay attention to people. I pay attention to things we did when we were teenagers. People have a conscience. So what you have to do, you have to give yourself a reason for why you do what you do. I remember them boy for a second. I remember we'd go to high school, we'd be down, like you see a guy walking, you'll catch him. He'd be walking past, you come this way toward me. You walking, we walking, come on, you come this way. You catch, you come, he say, that's my sister watch. Cause he's like, nah, this my wife. That's my sister, that's my sister watch. You ain't gonna get my sister watch. He said, man, come on, man, that's my. So now the whole plight now turned to this. He won't give me the watch. I'm telling him that he won't give me the watch. Whole thing is fabricated, but it's justified what I'm doing. Had he gave me the watch, we wouldn't have to do what we finna do to him. That tells me you have a conscience. So you need something to justify what you're getting ready to do. You know what I'm saying? So when it looked like you took advantage of him, no, I didn't. I told him this was my sister watch. Now I told him, of course, he like, why would I have your sister? So you say I'm lying? Now, the fight finna go, we ain't talking about the what. We talking the fact he called me a liar. He can't win this. And it was designed this way, he can't get out of it. Even me take the watch out, the problem become, he called me a liar. Because I said this was my sister's watch. You see the game? So now the white man had to tell himself that you are a nigga. Now, we know nigga as a word that was referring to a person being a king, an emperor. But he has a definition of the nigger, which is a low-down, disgusting, dirty person. And he's been told that you like to rape white women. Shake your head. You like to rape white women? You like to kill white. Hold on for a minute. All y'all like to do this. You like to kill white people. But see, even though you're saying that, now he's saying that my ancestors are liars. I was gonna let you go, boy. But now he done pushed this to a whole nother level. So you trying to tell me I'm lying? You don't like to rape white women. Hold on for a minute. Are you serious? You don't like to kidnap white kids? I gotta do something to him. Something gotta happen to him. See, they'll use this to justify the behavior. I'm just giving you an idea. So this is a situation they'll put you in. How he gonna get out of this? Because he gotta say, at that point, he said, I'm a liar. Y'all heard him. He said, I'm a liar. That's what I'm mad about. Even if he don't, it's the fact you just called me a liar. So this is how they set you up that you can't get out the situation. That's what I'm trying to teach y'all. You good. Appreciate you. But I want you see how you say you get pulled in. They'll set you in a situation you can't get out of. Just like if a dirty cop just wanted to get you for something, all you do is just sit up and just say the right thing that tick you look funny. Got the car. He said, got the car for what? I need you to step out. I mean, what I do? I'm gonna ask you one last time to get out the car. You see, now he's trying to figure out, hold on for a minute. I'm gonna go to jail. I need you to just do what I tell you. Now he look at it. You put your hand in my face. Now the door coming over. I'm just saying, it's ways to trap you into where this could have went to a situation where a ticket or something that a warning, or we could just walk away, it was nothing. You got to understand what you done. We good, we walk. Till now, I use this situation to put him and demean him, and he naturally what every black man gonna do, he feel like he mean punk. I gotta stand up. Stand up mean what now? Your car getting impounded, you can go to jail. Now you need a attorney, because now it's a criminal offense. And depending on how I write this up, and I say you assaulted me, attempted to assault me, this is a major felony now. We don't move away from just a ticket, a brake light out, then signal to. Now you're looking at a criminal attorney, and you're looking at a high bond, putting your house up. Now, depending on your job can be depending on the outcome of this case. And depending on what his money looks like, it could be a matter, get what he need to do. Who know what he need to do before he go to court? Hands, anybody? What, just give me, brother, what? Plead guilty. He can't afford a jury trial. Because now, what you would have been paying by the hour is high. Because I don't know how long this trial can run. Bring me 10,000, retain them. We work off that. How many black folk got $10,000? Retain them. And on top of your bills, on top of your car note, on top of your student loan, on top of everything else. So now he been forced from a man who just got, I ain't saying ever, just how a racist white police can do you. Okay? Or some nigga who would never, nothing in their life, who finally got the badge, and now they gonna try to go get everybody who they hate in school. They gonna make everybody pay for somebody who thumped them in the head one time. I know some niggas like that from high school. So now you put a person out to all this is going to where your whole life is over. Plead guilty. Give and admit guilt to something you didn't do, but the void, you can't afford the attorney. Your life is wrecked. Your job is gone. You got to try to get another one, and now you move to being a felon. You ain't in prison. You ain't in jail. You on probation. Now you got to report. You got to be handled like a child. Didn't I tell you to come down to my office? You must think I'm playing with you. I get you, and 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna be able to probation out female. Right. Who got a problem, cause whole man done left her. Right. I get you out of here right now, Mr. Daniel. I pick their phone up. They'll come get you right now. Now, he's looking at, now definitely ain't finna get pumped by no girl. You know what I'm saying? Guess what Mr. Daniel at? Jail. Cause he ain't no punk. The first situation got him messed up, got him on probation. Last situation got him, now he got to go do the probation time. Because he ain't no punk. See, just telling you how the system really sets you up on every end. That's why we have to educate our people on, this is just being practical with y'all. People might think it's impractical, it's very much practical. The reason why most people don't get caught up in a situation, because most people learn how to ride the wave. Which means they drink a lot of water following their people. Some of us look at, I don't want to ride that way. I don't want to live nowhere. I don't want to be handled. I don't want to be, if I done something, tell me I'm man enough to admit I done wrong if I see it's wrong. Don't just come hand me and put in there. Don't create something that's not there just to get me out of the way. Let me fall because Tony Smith made a stupid decision. And that's just something I want to do. Don't create a situation to put me in just to get me out of the way and wreck and take everything from me so you can demean me. So you can see slavery ain't far removed. That's the same thing they come and say, boy, go get me some water. Right. You thinking, you get your own water. How they gonna work out, I can tell? I just asked the boy to go get me some water, and the boy told me to get my own water. He finna go on home and have a nice day. He not going home. Cause when they break it, 9 times out of 10 when I done it, I had my other white friends with me. I ain't done this me and him somewhere off there, cause this nigga buried me somewhere in the sand and nobody know what happened to me. 9 times out of 10, I got some other cronies with me. So when they go bad, we whip them up and the police do come. Who started this? The nigga. It's the nigga word against ours. The police that come, 9 times out of 10, what color? White. Which means the nigga, the boy, had gonna be degraded. So you're always in a situation where degrading you has never been off the table. We can go quick from mister to boy in a minute. This can change. I don't know why these folks get all impressed by somebody. Because you go from mister to boy in a minute. The white man always been mister. He'll never be boy. The only boy you'll ever use with him is good old boy. And that's never insult to them. Oh, y'all hear me out with telling lies? Good old boy don't hurt him. That's good. That's a good ethnic call for him. But for you, boy is always putting you down to say that you're not a man. He can say to him, boy, you crazy. They don't take nothing from him. He knows that, but you have to address boy so quick. You gotta be ready to fight, defend boy, because you already know it's a status attached when he calls you boy. Boy means that you are a minor, that you can't make decisions. That's what it means. John, come on for a minute, bro. Come on, me and you finna go to the store. What you need to do? John, get back over here. I can't use it no more. You got to ask for permission. You got to ask for permission. He's fine. That's right, because he's not grown, correct? See, if I get ready to go to the store, I don't have to ask nobody, I just go. This is the position that could constantly keep you in, to demean you, that you need to get permission, that you're not in control of yourself, that someone has to delegate to you. Got it? You can't make decisions. And that's what we're trying to change. We're trying to change the dynamics of how things work. First of all, we have to identify what the problem is. We have to educate our people in a way to where we keep ourselves away from certain situations. And in staying away, we can't live our whole life. People teach you, when you see them, run. I'm just saying, the slave talk. When you see them crackers, run. We got to stop running. That has to change. Because now we have to establish a system that allows us to be grown, that allows us to be able to rule our homes and to rear our children the way we want to. Listen, they don't go in the Oriental home and change how they raise their kids. They don't go in the Hispanic home. They only want to break up our homes. We're the people you don't want them to source back their history. When the Hispanic them source back their history, it always come back black. Everybody come back. They know where they're going. They can't go far. You know what they do? They don't want to go too far back. They Cinco de Mayo, they're going to have to come and give credit back to black people. They only play with it enough, do a little bump music, keep moving. Because you keep going. Okay, that's the truth. You got to come back and see me. That's right. Everything they got, everybody got to come back and see me. He ain't got a war. He ain't got to come back and see me. He ain't got an Iraq war. He ain't got a Vietnam war. He ain't got a war anywhere. He ain't got a World War I or II. He got to come see me. He ain't got a Korean war. He got to come see me. Because I'm there. We've been there. So he only goes far enough back to keep you out of the picture. Because then at that point, it'll establish credibility for you. Look at it. When you read your book, he gives you history. You don't even show in the book. He don't show you for a reason. That gives you credibility, existed that you were here. He wants your existence to look like it happened after he got here and he already got everything rolling. And you just kind of fell here out of nowhere. And he did you a favor by owning you. Nobody else didn't even want you. You were somebody and somewhere before he even came up in history. His whole history is fabricated. It's just the truth, it's fabricated. And the problem is we have to keep, you know what, I'm sick of just, we have to live this lie. And it's a lie to the fact that we know the truth, but we sit around and we recognize his lie instead of, that's a lie. Yeah. That's right. You know what happened in the court of law? If they kept me telling, I could tell 9,000 truths. 9,000. One lie, dang. Everything done. Listen, you had to throw out, no, not only just perjury, you had to throw out the other 9,000 truths I told. The fact he gave you Jesus and told you Jesus was right is a direct lie. How you holding any other truths he got? The fact he told you you're coming to America by his travel, direct lie. You had already been here. The only problem we got, we can't find his truth. We can't even thought it's true. All we can do is keep connecting his lies. And you might think it don't hurt you. It does hurt you. Look at the state you're in. Look at the type of people you are. Look at how you doing, how you carry yourself and what you do. People don't want truth. That's just being honest. People go to religious organizations to be lied to. Look at now. All these people going to church, homosexuality being preached. The church is going on their knees praying for women to get an abortion. When we were coming along, it would have never happened. Right. A woman got on and said, I'm at the church, y'all pray for me. They're trying to take away my right to have an abortion. They be saying, what? You got it. You can't be killing them. That's murder. Church open. That's church. I said we had our white counterpart came to see us and sat for a little while. He must have heard about Jesus too fast. When they don't hear Jesus, it run them all quick. But see, but you know, if us, we sat there because we got to be respectful. You stay and you wait. You wait on the Lord. Now everybody different. Instead of people trying to look for a quick fix, ain't no quick fix to your problem. Right. It is your problem. Your problem been long existing. Not just white, everybody. The answer to everybody's problem, it take time. You ain't just get into one thing. It's been a course of time you're doing it. It take a course of time to get out of it. Hello? Go get cancer. Where you get cancer? Ain't when you had cancer. What you got rid of the same day you got it, didn't you? How long it took? About 2 days? About a week? 4 years. Stumbled up on cancer. Imagine that. It took 4 years to get rid of it. It take time. And everybody keep wanting to run somewhere and get one quick word they're going to fix and answer all your problem. It don't work that way. That's the problem. You want to do, that's what junkies do. That's why they get themselves messed up and lose everything. Because they keep looking for a quick fix. It ain't a quick fix. Y'all got to look at your problem. What one word going to fix it? What one word going to fix all the problems you got? What one word going to come and reconcile everything we got? That's what I thought. But it got to be realistic. But I mean, I'm fine. That's where people at. We don't hate people of no race or group. We just hate the fact that we've been dumbed down. We hate the fact that nobody never spoke to our intelligence. Everybody tells stuff, it just dumbs us down. Whenever we talk about things of pride for ourselves or respecting ourselves or establishing ourselves, why does everybody take that fear that we trying to kill other people? Right. When do we take, how many of y'all seen them celebrate Cinco de Mayo? How many of y'all found that was a slight against you? Sooner we want to celebrate something African. First thing it is, why we got to have that hymn? Why we got, see, the Spanish ain't no threat because the Santa, you know why? He got white Jesus. I already know why. Listen, that's why you accept anybody. They know it ain't real, but they know you. When you recover yourself, you're going to recover yourself back to the knowledge of. And they know that's going to be a problem. They'll put a little Chinatown on here. You know what they're doing in little Chinatown? Everything they're doing in China. Yep. They got Little Italy in New York. You know what they're doing in Little Italy? Everything they're doing in Italy. That's right. They ain't going to let me have no, where my little Africa at? That's fine to them. I always say my wife, just tell me where is it at? Don't exist. But little Chinatown is there. Not just in New York, in San Francisco. Yeah. Little Italy exists. Yeah. All these places exist. Yeah. They got in Miami, they got Little Havana. Yeah. They got Little Havana, and they keep all the rituals, all the custom. They got the foods of Cuba. Yeah. Why I don't have Little Africa? How I been here for 400 years? Everybody done came down, and I don't have a Little Africa. He's scared of me. He know if I enrich myself and I go back to a place where we speak the language, we acknowledge the custom, we wear the clothes, we greet one another in that way, we're going to start to look and we're going to strengthen ourselves. He know when the Chinese go back, he know your whole existence is a lie. Yeah. I'll give you 5 of them things when you want them. Yeah. I give you little everything. I give you everyone, because I know your existence is a lie.
That's right.
I know your history is a lie. He'll never acknowledge you. He'll never acknowledge you. Well, that's where it goes. The man got a whole system built off Latin.
Yeah.
And I go to school to learn English.
Yeah.
And I go to court for Latin law. But amazingly, between him and the English, for some reason they wear a black robe, like my book talk about how his arms and his chest, everything was black. And his hair was white like wood. He wears a white wig. But then he tells me that it's Latin law. He'll do anything to keep me from knowing the truth. Why did this white man and this white woman wear, listen, it talked about his feet being black all the way to the ground. How far did that robe go anyway? Wow, amazing. Arms black. He said his torso was black and his legs were black. Why when they come out with a white robe like the Klan? Why did they wear, even, do you know, even if you go in Africa, they put that white robe on. They put on that white wig. Because they already know what color the man judging the place is going to be. His hair is going to be coarse white from being gray. That his skin going to be black. Why ain't nobody came out with a red robe? What does the black robe symbolize? Why do they have to wear a white wig? Then they got to tell me it's Latin law. When you got everything you got from me. I'm just too dumb to know it. Nobody ever tell you that. Everybody knows about you. You're the only person that don't know about you. You're the only person that don't know about yourself. And you think it don't hurt you? How far have you advanced him? You're the only people that can get any position and can take it from you in a twinkle of an eye. Oh, listen, I know black sheriff, they can't do nothing. White folk run them. Listen, no white folk run them. I don't see them put signs, listen, white folk come take conversation. Said, Tom, who took them signs off? I said, did you see who is it on the camera? You the sheriff, what you asking me for? Get an investigation. You can shut it down. You the higher ranking person in the county. You and the fire marshal in the corner. Why y'all sit here and these white folks just do what they want? Listen, just disrespect them. Just take this stuff. They can't do nothing. Listen, snatch it, just walk up to these. I'm talking about city workers. We ain't talking about other law, but I ain't talking about no GBI, I ain't talking about no Fed, nobody. City workers, take their junk up. Can't do nothing either. A city worker shut me down. Don't tell nothing. Listen, white man put his stuff out there. White police put his signs out there. Not one of them touched. I ain't lying. I'm not lying. They ain't touch one of his signs. They weren't stupid. Man, they went in and shut that city down on them folks. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all to recognize. Nothing works here for us. And there's a reason why. In order for you to be respected, things have to favor you. It favors them. That's why they get the privilege they have. You need privilege too. Not privilege for you to go here and destroy and take and kill them, but you need privilege so you can be able to express yourself. The reason why we so violent, because we can't express ourselves. I can do it with you. Ain't no not to get me if I holler for knock a nigga out, is it? That's what we do anyway. If I holler and hit a white one, what happened? There you go. So I can express myself free with you by demeaning you, cussing you out, you black bee, you nasty black hoe. Now I do this to a white woman out here, what's finna happen? That mouth gonna get shut up real quick. Them folk coming to get me for this stuff. These inflammatory words to the white woman. So now the problem becomes while we so destructive one another. So just like when a man come and beat his old lady, beat his wife, they say old lady slain 5 people, it's because he can't express himself out here and be a person. He can't be a man.
Right.
So he can get home, he got to take it out on his kids.
Right.
Look, people don't look at the real reason examine why, quote unquote, the so-called Negro man is violent in his home with his wife and with his kids. He can't express the same thing that Uncle Ted said and my mom, y'all just two, I'm just you. Tell them how your dad would come home and sit down with y'all and talk to y'all. Tell them they came to discipline y'all how he would sit down and talk to y'all while he would discipline y'all. He would tell you, Teddy, go outside. I want you to get a switch for me to whoop you with. Why are you laughing, Uncle Ted? Tell them.
Well, you went out there, you got a limb.
They want a limb. And what he did with that limb? And whoop you, beat you good. You know why he had to do that? I'm going to tell you two reasons. First of all, they mentally trained his father to do that. They mentally trained my father's father. What slave they got him? How did them borrow you for a second, my friend? This him, you don't mind me. This my nigga here. I bought him from the auction. Now I done talked to him about doing stuff. Now hold your hand up for him like that. Coochie, coochie, coo! I took it as slave, so he learned. When I tickle, he fall out, he let. I make it so tickle. No, you gotta beat him. I gotta drag him. I gotta kick him. I gotta stomp you so all the rest of these niggas know. Don't ever try me again. Can't be nothing pretty, nothing. It's got to be all hurt. He needs to beg. I need to rip it, try to tear everything, because I need to invoke fear in everybody else. Now, I appreciate it. And the reason why I told you, guess what his daddy had to do? Not just his dad, I'm just using since he and I talking. His daddy had to invoke fear by how he beat him and his brother. Guess what the rest of his brother them look at? The same thing the slave master did when he did to him. So see, that mental complex they gave us is still there. We had to physically hurt y'all. That's how they got us to do and obey. That's how they got us to do the fields. Nobody got no boat. I'm ready to pick. You ain't got to touch me one time. That's against what I know. Why would I be picking something for you? You just took me captive. You just kidnapped me from my land, from my home. So he knows how to mentally beat you and hurt you. Same thing when they do it in front of other people. What you think this does to other people? Fear of the man, of making sure it don't happen to you. You know what to do now, right? You saw what we do. So nobody else get out of line. It's the same mentality they gave us from slavery. They have to keep invoking fear in order to get your baby. Versus, let's try respect. Mutual. If respect can't be given, then you've been pushed to that level. But a lot of times, people don't even give it the opportunity for respect to be given. It's automatically, I need to hurt you. I need to put you down. I need to put you in pain. This is still the slave master behavior. Yet he doesn't do it with his own. He teaches us to do it each other. Academy, I talked about it last night on the show. They'll teach you pit maneuvers. How to spin a car, get a car out the way. They'll teach you techniques on how to take a person down, how to handcuff a person. They'll teach you how to shoot. They'll teach you all these other different techniques on hurting or stopping or taking a person down. They won't teach you respect. They won't teach you respect. And a lot of times you're releasing a lot of people that don't have respect first for themselves and realize all these people you'll be dealing with are human beings. Very few, they're not, because a lot of these people most of them gonna get a wild gun-ho white boys. First they want to ready to shoot, kill, take something down. First of all, you here to assist and help people. That's right. That's my first job, to help you. There are going to be situations where what? You're going to be pushed into it, but I know, listen, this wasn't something I invoked. This is something you brought on yourself. That's a big difference. Let me see your license. Oh, he don't like this. Now he swang on me. What we going to charge him with? How about I ain't had to put my hand in? If I ain't said it, how about I ain't had to start off like this? That's right. I could have talked to him in a way that he was, F you, F boy. Now the situation's changing. Cotton clearly know, I never address you like that. And I'll give you one time to let you know, you won't be addressed me. F you, F boy, take that badge out, take that gun off. I won't take it off, but I take it out. That's right. I won't take it off, but I take it out. So it's like you push the situation. Of course, I overdrummed that part, but I'm just saying. But most of the time, teaching or educating our people on how to deal with even with us, it ain't just policing. We need to learn how to deal with each other. It's because we are people that we don't know how to deal with each other, and they made it that way. And that was by making one slave better than another slave. We all out here working. Let me borrow both of y'all for a second. Both of y'all shoving, y'all here working. Y'all been working for hours. Go ahead, you can just take a record. You like you tired. Go ahead, just rest down. Keep going, boy. That kind of put a little something in your mind, like, how this nigga him? He started working before this nigga. In your mind, you gotta be thinking, how this nigga? Why he ain't let me go? You know what it is? This is my F boy. This is mine. That's my F boy. Oh, that's what it is. That's his F boy. That's why he let him off. So this already put a little something. You come and try to greet dang, honey. It's a little schism there, though. There's a little schism now. And you look at man, F, you ain't got time to kiss it behind. And that's exactly what I needed. Now, I ain't got to worry about these niggas in the field. These niggas hooking up, talking about doing nothing to me, and talking about going nowhere together. Because first of all, this is my F boy. And he feel like F him anyway. That nigga need to keep working. You know what I'm saying? It's been days he don't work hard and nobody knocked him off. What that nigga get mad with him for? But they're not going to conversate to figure out why there's a division between them. They're going to leave everything to the imagination. So when we talk, we can fix that. Damn, what a problem. Well, I thought, damn, I don't know why he did. He probably did try to cause a divide between us. It definitely wasn't that brother that I did. To think about it. I'm in the same, that day, so you know what? Let me kill that. but we don't think like that. We automatically go to quick. This is my F boy, and F him, and he not a problem. You, what his problem is? F nigga. For you think he gay. So now, once we got to admit, once we go there, faggot, we ain't fixing this. Am I making this up? Amen. How is it we go so quick to these points? Faggot, F boy, we can't talk now. That's how he set us up. We got to be able to look. Can I talk with you for a minute? I got something that's been pressed on me. Let me come to him as a man because I'm a man. And I don't want this to go somewhere and I don't get my point across. I go, yeah, nigga, what's up with you, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Where they going? And now, guess what? I tried to talk to the nigga. Nigga don't want to talk because I don't know how to address it and I done invoked another situation now. See, nobody stopped us to say stop. Learn how to communicate. We used to know how to rap. We used to know how to talk to each other. We used to know how to deal with each other. We lost that. We lost it because so much hate and so much misinformation that we don't know how to address each other and fix something. Because we could easily talk, fix that, and we can move on to something else. Instead, we went from here, and everything that left to the imagination, what you think about me and what I think about, and we'll never talk. And it's really frustrating. It's just a matter of time, and then they can run into each other, get into it. And the white police, white man got to come get us, whatever the sister got to come get both of us, spread us out, break us down. Both of us go to jail. One of us lose something, or both of us lose everything. We realize, hey, me and you talk. We could have been avoided. So that's why I like to work on with us. How we address something before we start thinking something. That makes sense to y'all? That's the same thing with y'all. Don't leave stuff to imagination. Take that time out. I don't want to talk. Give me space. It could just be his day. Don't take it. Well, after you ain't, now you can't ever fix it. Maybe I'm just saying, just think about it. It could just be right now. That's where he at. I'll give you that time. I don't want to get there because we ain't going to be able to fix it. Give them that time, then maybe y'all come back when cooler heads prevail. Then let's talk. And we can see this whole thing with nothing. Man, I had something. I'm sorry, man. I ain't thought. And we can wrap that up and now we can be brothers again. I'm talking about brother in harmony, in living. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about in harmony. When something's in harmony, that's a major difference. Y'all got it right now. The whole world is in chaos. Look at man. What man is? Man is in chaos. We don't know how to communicate. In with Yahuwah. Getting deliverance. It's all about communication. If my people which are called by my Shem would do what? Humble themselves. And do what? And do what? And turn from their Rosh Hashanah, their evil way. He said, then will I what? No, man. I'm trying to hear if you all swole up on me. Man, I don't hear nothing you saying. What you all swole up for? Come to me right. That's how they said, come in, like we said nigga, come to a nigga correct. Come to a nigga correct, we wouldn't have it. That's all Yahuwah said in layman terms. Can you come to me correct? He said, then I'll hear you. So won't I do that? How about this? How about if I come to Dan? Hey, Dan, hey, man, how you doing, man? Just want to talk with you, man. Man, we had a misunderstanding, something I did wrong. I don't know how. He said, well, no, you ain't did nothing wrong with it. But I came to him right the way he said, I respect that. Nigga, what's up with you, nigga? Every time I see you, it's something, nigga. Y'all see me who see me try to talk to him? Y'all see me? You see, but then let's look at the same thing we're looking at with Yahuwah. How about I've been coming to him wrong? How about I've been coming to him wrong? This makes sense to y'all? We don't want to just fix the problem we have with each other. We got to fix the problem we got with him. Yeah. It's all about the way you communicate and what you radiate out to a person. That's it, me. That's it, me. I always try to move on. I ain't gonna lie, my butt still hurt. I've been stuck there extra. That did it was done a long time. I've been wanting no jealousy. Niggas do be jealous now. Isn't that right? Nigga want to see a nigga cripple, you know what I'm saying? All right, let's try to move on forward. What time is it? Woo, boy, late. What time is it? Service don't start at 8 o'clock. I gotta go on. All right, come on. That's two. You know, it would be a beautiful day if we could get everybody on page to sit down and just consider. That's even with us, considering other races, considering other people's plight, you know, at least to understand. Because we want people to hear us and understand our plight. I'm telling you, maybe who'll let that day come. All I need is 1 million. 1 million of our men willing to just make change. It ain't about the religion part of what we do. It's just part about us being men, being human. You know what I'm saying? Making a difference. Because you know it's bad. You know it's scary. We have probably 30 million, maybe 40, 50 million so-called people of color in America, and I can't get 1 million men of color to agree on us being men. They agree on us having a mutual respect. Well, I ain't trying to get them to agree on the Savior, the Creator. Let's not even deal with that. Let's deal with the fact that respecting each other as men. Because you have a right to whatever it is you believe. Let's go on that end. I need 1 million men to believe in Yahuwah. Yahuwah gonna take care of what he got to do on that end. He don't need me to invoke that. I just put it to the bar. But we need to be able to come together, at least have a consensus on respecting one another. Men say to each other, how you doing, my brother? Doing all right, my brother? Good to see you, brother. Brother, you all right? Good. Hey, my brother, everything good? Good. You all right, brother? Appreciate you. And I man, you know what difference that make? That's the energy you putting out. He called me brother. That's what you call somebody you related to. We are related, brother. So when you what was your mom the day you got brother? What your mom to say y'all get a fight? Kill that nigga. That nigga need, what she say? That's right. Why was she gonna beat both of y'all? Yeah, what we do, we catch brother catching each other. Same thing we get on. So man, we'll beat both of y'all. Y'all brothers. Y'all, bro, what you do your kid, your son them find? What you say, man, y'all fine, that's good, because you need to get practicing for niggas in the street. That make you more angry, don't it? Because you said, y'all brothers, y'all family. Who does that to us? Who tells us that? Who tells us that? Think about we get into it. Me and Leon get into it. Who gonna tell us? Y'all brothers. Nigga gotta do what he gotta do. Folks don't even get, nobody tells, y'all see, we lost that. No one says, y'all brothers, what y'all fighting each other for? Well, I mean, maybe it's just me, y'all. I just want to, if we can, I'm just stupid enough to believe with everything going in the world, we can still fix some of this stuff we got about each other. We can fix this. Women being sisters, like, I remember in the 90s when women would first say stuff like that I remember. Hey, ho. Hey, but you heard what? That blew my mind that women call each other, hey, ho. Like me, women, hey, faggot, what's up, sissy? We like, man, you finna have a fight, man. Probably now they're probably good. But I remember women first, I remember saying, hey, ho, what's up, B? When I was in elementary, you call a girl a B. They winding them things up. Them windmill is coming, and you know what you're gonna hear? Your mama won. That was coming right behind it, swinging, and your mama will win. You going to the office, you going to the principal office, they finna be in your behind, because you don't call a girl a B. Man, it's like the law done been laid down on. But now, what's up, ho? What's up, B? Nothing, B. He's like, how we get here? Y'all need to have it out with it. They'll be ready to fight any nigga in the world for calling them a B. But you see what? They didn't just degrade us, they degraded our women. They lost sight of their identity. Where it was mother to say, I ever hear you say, get out, slap your teeth out your damn mouth. What you doing calling another woman a B? Or when a boy do that, I taught you to slap him, you get on him. You tell me his mom, now y'all saying it? The whole plight had been lost. Everybody done lost sight of it. I'm gonna tell you, going up women to call each other B. It's greed. I'm talking greeting their friends. Never happened. So it ain't just a man problem we got. It's a problem our women have. And that's because of us. Because we don't have an identity and we don't have a voice and we don't have a standard, and left them without one. Come on. The man told you, how you gonna take a man's house? Guess what? Put them cuffs on him, put him in jail. Take him out home, get him on drugs, get him on alcohol. Give him feminine games to play and feminine stuff to do. Guess what I just did? I just bind him. Ain't no man to take the house. So now a woman got to go find a guy, anything to have a baby by, because she want a baby, just don't want a man. She want a baby, she don't want a man. And you know what? Mathematically, it shouldn't make sense. No more than 0 plus 0 can equal something. It don't make, but that's what they want a baby, they don't want a man. You don't need no man to have a baby. That's sad. So did you hear what you just said? She said, I don't need you in my life. I don't need you in my home. I don't need you to tell me what to do. Do y'all understand we've lost that? We lost our state of who we are. We were valued to have in the home. A woman was looked down on if there was not a man in the home. They want to know what's wrong with you. A woman, you had a certain age, they said, God, what's wrong with you? Why you ain't got no man? It was, at a period of time, it was looked down on. Now that's the new age woman. She don't want one, and the man don't want no wife. All of us sick. It's all sick together. The man, I don't need no woman. I can jack off. Everybody else got their own stuff there. Now, when he saw him in the gun, he said it wasn't good for him to be by himself. So I'm about like I asked him. So y'all say he lying? The man said it's not good for him to be by himself. So all these things make us consider, where are we? And we'll wonder why. Look, if you look, there is no other race that's in the destruction. That Ukraine is being bombed. I mean, everything, infrastructure, everything is going on. It's bad when a country that's in the middle of a war is doing better than you. Come on. Economically, politically, they ain't got no nigga over them. They still got people ruling them that look like them. They're in the middle of a crisis, nuclear war, and doing better than you. Nigga, you better look at what kind of position you in. Ain't no in the world they got no business doing better than nobody in Africa. 20 million blacks in Africa are looking at starvation. 20 million, that's in one part. 20 million. Ukraine getting hit by kamikaze. Those are drones that they taking from the Japanese that go in and you let them blow up, hit into them, dropping it. Kamikaze getting hit with it. They getting hit by ballistic bombs. These folks getting shot. These folks, all this stuff happening, and they doing better than niggas in Africa. Y'all niggas better wake up. I mean, they're in a word proper situation. Listen, I watched yesterday. They were getting ready. They had some bombing going on. Listen, all of them ran into the subway. They was there for 3 hours. White people, listen, calm is all outdoors. Listen, everybody on their phone texting. Listen, bombing. They said, we have to do this with the bombing. They said in February when it first started happening, it was scary. They said, we're used to it now. For 3 hours, listen, they sit down, they see him wait in a deep, listen, on their phone, everybody on their phone just texting, doing what they're doing. Look at the nigga situation. I got Ghana sitting here with 34% inflation. Listen, the country is in the end of bankruptcy, just flipping up the whole country going. Do y'all know Ghana is number 2 in the world for gold? Number 2 in the world. How y'all think they got their point? Because they're going to take Ghana. They're going to take Ghana on a bad loan. They're going to get them money, and they're going to fix them in a situation where they're not going to be able to get out of it. They're going to take the country over. When they take the country over, all that gold going to belong to white government, to the French, to the English, and to America. Ghana is going to be subservient to them, and it's going to be paradise for white people. See, Ghana messed up years ago when they said they opened their doors up, they were apologizing for slavery, and they told blacks to come back. A lot of blacks went, a lot of celebrities, a lot of folks, they have crashed their coming and broke those people. See, anybody that opened their arms to help us, they're gonna make Ghana the example of the rest of Africa. Don't let them niggas come back here. They're gonna wind up turmoil in your country. They know blacks eventually gonna start calling and go back. White people go back to England, they go back to France, they go back to Ireland, they go back to they go back to Germany, they go back to Russia, they go everywhere they come from. We the only folk, we go to the country. Niggas go to islands, ain't got nothing. We always going to some island that look like somebody ain't us. That's how they train you. Everybody else go back except for white people can afford to go anywhere else around the world because they know they dominant. Wherever they land, we took this, let their kids know. We took this. They used to be all niggas. It used to be all special. We took this. Now they Christians. You see crosses and Bibles in churches. White people can ride and show the kids. See, we conquered them too. When you go there, you know what you look at? Some more domesticated niggas. Jamaican too, all that stuff look, drink ginger beer and get strong, sound like the island. Jamaicans they ain't no better than we are. Hussein Bolt either, doping. They ain't no better than us. Right. Ain't nobody black out there no better than us. Don't believe none of them. They ain't no better. They make us think that they ain't no better than us. Right. White folks get them every time. So, man, they're a slave. That's who they serve. Haile Selassie and Jesus. They ain't got but 2. Same predicament. None of them went nowhere. All of them look good on there with the flag and running. A white man on you. It makes no sense to have an African flag in Jamaica. That makes absolutely no sense. You're Jamaican. You're on the island. You ain't start there. White man drop them off and everybody and define you and left you there. And you're under British rule. There's not a black country ain't sitting out here a white don't overrun it. You got a French flag when it come down to the Haitian. All they got the British, they got the white woman on their money. Why one of these white countries ain't got a nigga on their money? They go take money and put their picture on it and get it and stick in your pocket. You know what I mean? They live forever. Hello? Okay. Well, they're trying to help. A dead white man is worth more than a living nigga. Y'all ain't got to listen to me. I'm just trying to help you out. Now, believe what you want to believe. I try to move on. Y'all don't want to hear it. I didn't bring that white man back and let him tell it to y'all. Y'all are listening. He tell you. I said, might give me one more. I'm finna tell Justin don't come back. I thought I had me one, Justin. I don't know if Justin told him, said, get out of there. They hate white people. Ooh, that thing hurt. Ooh, ooh, it hurt. Ooh, ooh. All right, let's try it. Ooh. All right, listen.
For whatever Nikatah before.
For whatever was written before.
Nikatah for our allowance.
It was only written to teach us.
That we through endurance.
That we through endurance going through without giving way.
In the Kun.
And comfort.
Of the Ketubim.
Of the writings.
Might have tikva.
That we might have an expected weight. Think about it now. What are you expecting? Hello? Let's look at their expected weight. How about that? Hold on for a minute. Let me say. Let me say that. I ain't up here came back early. I moved service up. I ain't here move this time up. All right, let's see something. Let me say, we just try something. Let me say Dan E all. They call it Daniel. Dan E all. See if that's 9:25. Whoa, that thing hurt. Goodness, that woman tried to kill me. You know what? I ain't see the end of that needle. You ain't break that thing off in me, did you? I'm talking about the needle now. That thing hurt, man. Goodness. Oh, I ain't got no grease on it now. That's right. Man, she tore that little cheek up. I just still hold on to that little boot I got. Damn, you barely got something to grab on. I ain't got no big old chunky booty. I ain't trying to track no nigga. Ain't that right? What I want a big old chunky booty for? I'm a man. Man, can't hardly move booty so big. No. Boy, have a nice little regular booty. All right, let's see. This 9:25. This is the Greek side right here. Let's see what it said. Listen.
And thou shalt know and understand that from the going forth of the Amar for the answer and for the building of Jerusalem until Mashiach, the Shar,
the ruler. What happened?
There shall be 7 weeks.
7 weeks.
And 62 weeks. And then the time shall return, and the street shall be built, and the wall, and the time shall be exhausted.
Let's see what happened.
And after the 62 weeks,
the
Mashiach one shall be destroyed, and there is no mashpah in him, and he shall destroy the city and the Makdash with the shar that is coming.
That really different than James do. That shall come, shall destroy the city. See, this is, scroll down a little bit, please, sir. I mean, back, I appreciate that. Let me see the reading. The Greek read different. And after 62 weeks, the anointed, the Mashiach one, shall be destroyed. And after 62 weeks, score is 23. All right, in 2 weeks, it's going to give you 32. And after 62 weeks, and the Mashiach shall be destroyed. The 2 ain't there. And Mashiach shall be cut off, but not for himself. And the arm of the Shar that shall come shall destroy the city and the Makdash. And the end there, Mashiach shall be cut off, but not for himself. And the arm of the people, the arm of the Shah that shall come shall destroy this. Hold on, stop. What is this? Let me look at this. Come back down for a minute. And after 62 weeks, Mashiach shall be slain, and the arm that shall deny him shall not be his. This is different. Y'all see the difference he write? Anybody write different? Deny him shall not be his. And the arm with their leaders that shall come shall destroy the city and the Makdash. This is different. And after 62 weeks, the Mashiach, the one shall be destroyed. It said he the one shall be destroyed, and there is no mashpat in him. That makes no sense. And he shall destroy the city. And the Makdash with the Shah. Look, come on, roll up a little bit. With the Shah that is coming, they shall be cut off with a flood until the end of the war, which is rapidly completed with the flood, and unto the end of the war. Desolations are determined, and the end thereof shall be waste. And after the end of the war, the appointed desolation. Look up what desolation is. I just saw that little quote, the Haitians are intensifying, protesting against those invaders. Their own people brought them in. I don't know what they get mad for now. They got to turn back too. All that voodoo and everything else they've been doing. It took all these wicked work from these people. Oh, that'd be true now. Haitians not exempt now. Everybody got to turn back. Every time. You know we people got, y'all joking you too much done witchcraft for me. Set your behind down. All them bumblebee bones and all. No a nigga wicked when he got bumblebee bones. When you seen the bones of a bumblebee? They're wicked. Said desolation, yeah, meaning desolation. A state of complete emptiness or destruction. That's what he's looking at. A complete state of emptiness or destruction. Y'all got it? Y'all got that wrote down? Anguish, misery, or loneliness. Okay? I did not know happiness was a similar word to desolation, unhappiness. Did y'all? As sadness? These are similar words to desolation. I never would have put it together. So the origin of the word is Latin. Ooh, that hurt. Okay. That thing hurt. Ooh, that hurt. Y'all said it hurt so bad. All right, let's go back over again. So I had to miss something going up. Come on down again, let's see. Next verse. There's still Daniel 27, listen. Verse 27, 9th chapter 27, verse, listen.
And 1 week shall establish the Berit with many.
Listen.
And in the midst of the week,
what happened?
My zabak and drink offering shall be taken away. Mm-hmm. And on the Mashikhan shall be the abomination of desolations. Mm-hmm. And at the end of time, an end shall be put to the desolation.
Y'all hear that? In the end of time, and he saw this is going to be stopped. Let's look at something. Let's go back over and let's look at something. How about that? Let's look at the 20. Goodness, man. Y'all got me gotta work now. Goodness, boy, I gotta work. Matthew 24:1. Let's look at Matthew 24:1. Then look at, before we get that, Oriah 24:14. How about I get that first? Then we'll come to 24. Come on, listen. Oriah is what they're going to call Luke. Listen.
And they talked together all of these things which had happened.
Listen.
And And it came to pass that while they talked and reasoned with themselves,
Y'all know this already. Come on.
Yahushua himself also drawing near went with them.
Listen.
But their own were held that they should not know him.
Listen.
And he said to them, What are these discourses that you hold one with another as you halak and are sad?
Listen.
And the one of them, whose Shem was Cleophas,
Listen.
answering said to him,
What is
Art
that?
thou only a stranger to Jerusalem?
And
Hast not known the things that have been done there in these Yamim?
listen.
To whom he said, What things? And they said, concerning Yahushua of Nazareth, who was a Nabah, mighty in work, and Debar before Elohim and all the Am,
Listen.
and how our Rosh Kohanim and Sarim delivered him to be condemned to moot.
Y'all see what happened? They delivered him to be put to moot because you were told what was going to happen to the Mashiach. He was going to be put to death, but not for itself. And now they're talking about this. Pay attention. I'm going to see if y'all paid attention to what you read. Listen.
And crucified him.
And they crucified him, which would be moot. It actually falls under moot, the crucify or the murder. He was murdered. Okay, they used the crucifixion. Come on.
But you call that it was he that
Listen.
should have redeemed Yasharal.
Y'all hear? Listen to this now. They did what?
You call that it was he,
Oh, they had hoped it was him that should have redeemed.
Yasharal.
And what happened?
And now besides all this,
I couldn't imagine the timeline.
this Yom is the third Yom since these things were done.
Wow. This was the third Yom. Any significant? Hand? So one person. I want you to hold it. What about in the hall? Hayward Kingdom. Now come down again. You got one? You hold it. You got a significant? All right, I get the number closer. Okay? So if you know what you're talking about, as you're saying you did, you should know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see. Listen.
Yea, and certain Nashim also of our company affrighted us, who were before it was light, were at the sepulchre. And not finding his Basar came, saying that they had also seen a Kazun of Malachi, who say that he is Kai.
They're reading this side. So the words you hear in Kazun, word for vision. Basar is body. Okay? Kai, alive. Come on.
And some of our went to the Kubar and found it so as the Nashim has said, but him they found not.
I went and found that needle in there. Them out a needle in a haystack. Man, that thing hurt. Goodness. I get one of them booty pillows or something. That thing hurt, man. Come on. Goodness. Come on.
Then he said to them,
What did it say?
O foolish.
Which way he to say Alas? I want to say that. This again, that what I want to say, they call him foolish, but it was Alas.
Yes, sir.
Slow.
Then he said to them, Alas, and slow of lob to among all the things with which the Nabaim have spoken.
What happened?
Ought not Mashiach.
What did we say art was? Hand. I want my young people to answer. Y'all been told what art was. Danny, tell me what art means. What's your definition of art? Good answer. Give me an answer. What you think of the art? What you think it means based on what you read? Huh? What's that expected? I take that. Close enough, right? Expected. When he said art, he was saying that ought. I don't want to say art, that's different. Ought was meaning they were expected or obligated. He said art not the Mashiach, which means he was expected. Listen what they was expected. Listen what?
To have suffered these things.
And do what?
So to enter into his kabul.
And listen.
And beginning at Moshe.
And listen.
And all the Nabaim.
What did he do?
Expounded to them in all the Kitabim.
In all of the writings.
The things that were concerning him.
Concerning him. Listen.
And they drew nigh to the town.
Listen.
Whether they were going.
Listen.
And he made as though he would go further.
Listen what happened.
But they constrained him.
Saying.
Stay with us.
Stay where?
With us.
Stay where?
With us.
Tell them why.
Because it is towards evening.
Pay attention.
And
significant. How many of y'all don't know why that's significant? Hands. Hands. Why that, how many of y'all don't know why? Let me tell you what. How many of y'all raise your hand? Y'all don't know why. That was significant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now all the rest of them saying no. Now they don't know the answer, but I know them raise their hand. They not raising their hand because they saying I know. I know all of them don't know, but they'll find out though. Listen,
And the Yum was far spent,
listen.
and he went with them. And it came to pass, while he was at table with them, he took Lakam and Barak and Brake and gave to them.
Uh-huh.
And their own were open.
And
They knew him.
And?
He vanished out of their sight.
what happened
And they said one to another,
was
not our law burning within us.
wildest.
He spoke in the Darak,
And
open to us the Ketubim.
that's true. That's true. Ooh, okay. For those that don't know why, these folks saying they know why. Because he told you what he was going to do. He was going to confirm the covenant, but riff with them for 1 week.
That's right.
You ain't going to believe how long the Pesach is. 1
1
week.
week.
And in the midst of the week. That's why you need to pay attention when they told him, besides all this was the third day. The only way to get even with 7 is to have 3.5. Notice they told him to abide with them. Why?
It's towards the evening.
Because it was getting toward being dark. He had already told them that, which means he covered half of the time. That's why they had to pay attention. He told wasn't he expected to do this? That he was supposed to get up and confirm the covenant for 1 week in the midst of the week. So that's why it was important when he died. He died during the Muhar at the beginning of it. Pay attention. So getting up the third day, getting him up, all he had to do was give them the teaching for half of the day. That covered the midst of the week.
That's right.
Midst is evenly divided between. That's what I do for a living. I'm reading it with y'all. I told y'all gonna make me word. Come back and let them look again what Daniel said. A lot of folks be doing, they don't know they be doing their book. It's the word book, they don't need their book. Go get Harry Potter. Pay attention to what he told them. Go back up. This is what he taught. Listen, this is Dan-E-Al, because his name it actually means Elohim is judge. That's what Dan-E-Al, Dan is for judge. All was Elohim. Elohim is judge, is what they tell him, okay? So listen, and in 1
week,
listen what he gonna do. Shall establish the Berith with who?
many.
Wow, when he was walking back from the tomb. It was many of them, they were all walking. He started walking with them. And in the midst of the week, my sacrifice and drink offering shall be taken away. So now they knew to stop. They put it in, they were in here to confirm with many. And on the Mashkan shall be the abomination of the desolation. And at the end of the times, an end shall be put to the desolation. All right, so desolation is going to be to the emptiness. Y'all got it? Or to the destruction. Y'all got it? So it's all playing. And on the other side, it tells you he's going to confirm. In the midst of the week, he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to
Cease.
for the overspreading of abomination, he shall make desolation, even until the consumption of the determination shall be poured upon the desolate. Go back up a little bit. It shall say what? He shall confirm the covenant with many folk. And in the midst of the week shall he cause it. So this is why it's going to make sense. Because after he done confirmed, they knew what they had to do at that point. Oh, goodness. Yeah, he had to stop it. Oh, okay, come on. Oh, goodness. Oh, 24-1, Matthew. Oh, just got to walk it out. Walk it out. Who do that? Walk it like I talk it. They go, walk it out. Who do that? Walk it out. Who do that? Walk it out. Who that? Walk it out. Who you do that? Who's that? Who that? Somebody. Who that?
I see.
Oh, I know
see.
somebody there. Oh. Hop it out. Hop it out. God, why did that thing hurt? Why she do it right before I was coming? Oh. All right. Oh, that thing worse when I got gunshot. Goodness. All right. 24-1 Matthew, listen.
And Yahushua, being come out of the Mashakan,
Went well.
away, and his Talmudim came
They
to
put
shoot him.
disciple, Talmudim mean his taught ones. These are the taught ones, okay? That's who went with him. Listen. Came to show him the building of the Mashkan. Listen.
And he answering said to them,
Do what?
you see all these things.
Listen.
Aman, I say to you,
Listen.
there shall not be left here a bun upon a bun that
That
shall
wa-
not be destroyed.
Because he told you about the destruction we're going to come on the Mashkan. That's why this was important for them to look at it. Because he just told y'all in the book of Daniel there was going to be a destruction going to come on it. Hello?
Yes, sir.
This was important for them. He was confirming this was going to happen to them. They need to know this. Then before his death, he was trying to tell them, you see the Mashkan? It's not going to be one thing, one stone upon another. It's not going to be thrown down. Y'all don't know why. Because they had brought in the abomination. They make desolation. The only reason it was destroyed was because of what they started to bring into it. He had already went in previously and already whipped the people and cast them out. What were they doing? Wow. Because he told them they had made it a den of what was it? A house of worship? Wow. That would be an abomination. And when he whipped them, what he did? Whip them and told them to sit down? No, sir. What he did? The book, he cast them out. He was trying to show, I'm getting out what make a desolation. This is an abomination. So I got to get rid of it because it's making desolation. It's going to make their place empty. It's going to cause destruction to come on their place. Why would you destroy a place when something's going on that's in the rights of what he wants? You're going to destroy it because it has abomination that make desolation. Jerusalem was not destroyed for any reason because of what we brought into Jerusalem. Oh, what you got? People in the 8th chapter of the book of Yekazakal, they call it Ezekiel. 8 and 1. Let's see something right quick. Yekaz. See, I ain't the preacher for everybody, black or white, Asian, whoever, because a lot of folks don't want the truth. Because you got to really deal with where you're at. And people don't want to deal with stuff. People don't want to deal with, they want to deal with something cute and with rabbits. That's why Easter's so popular. It's got cute little toys and rabbits and colored eggs, get the fart all over people. In the name of Jesus. Make no sense before that's what they want to do. Isn't that right? People want to study. They don't want to study. They got to sit back and they got to look at destruction. People don't go to church to hear about destruction coming on them.
Right.
Nobody want to hear that. People go there. I go to church to feel good. They say I go to church to be uplifted. I don't go nobody to church. Nobody tell me about everything I've been doing wrong, and that's why they go.
Right.
They come to the mott. They gonna get cut down.
That's right.
That's exactly why they go. They go to where they're comfortable. Come on, listen.
And it came to pass
when
in the 6th Shana.
Hold on for a minute. Jahid ain't here. Well, I'm gonna cut you down like vine. Get in there while you here. Jahid, why don't you just go and leave for a minute? We ain't gonna, anybody done nothing. Come on. And in the 6th year, come on.
In the 5th Yarik, on the 5th Yom of the Yarik.
What happened?
I was sitting in the Beth, and the Zakanim of Yehuda were sitting before me.
Zakanim, word for elders, were sitting before me, and
the hand of Yahuwah came upon me.
Listen what happened.
And I looked, and behold, the likeness of an Ish from his loins and downward.
What was
fire.
It? Oh my goodness. And what happened?
And from his loins upward.
What happened?
There was as the appearance of amber.
Can we look at what amber is? Yellow. You said that?
Amber means yellow. It means a lot of other stuff, but amber, like you got red, amber, and green. Traffic engineer, that's like
Traffic engineer. Do me a favor. Leave that at the engineering school. Don't bring your little stuff. It means yellow. Hard, translucent, fossilized, resin produced by extinct, what is that? Confucius, whatever that. What? Use it in a sentence. Yeah, that too. Trees of the territory. And that, now, ain't a territory. Yeah, that too. Typically, listen, y'all ain't gonna cut my paper this The folk misspelled territory. That's not on me. I know it's probably another. I'm trying to help them out. Oh, it's a honey yellow color, typically of amber. Okay, so we get to see what it is, amber. Okay. A yellow light used as a cautionary signal between green for go and red for stop. Again, leave that junk at home. Is this in the? Let me ask you, is this in the book or this man's stuff? Man's commandment, man's commandment. Now the thing will be now to look and see what did the Abari word for it is. So we can make sure. Because these people typically give you colors a little different. Just like they'll tell her he put on a purple robe and he actually didn't, I think, correct, it's lavender. See, I'm telling you, they'll give you stuff completely wrong. I think it would have been more like lavender, not purple. You'll hear that say put on a purple robe. If I'm correct, I think it's a lavender or a lightish kind of blue. Yeah. See, bronze or polished spectrum metal. See this?
Yep.
That's why I tell a lot of times they put stuff to throw us out. What you said was right from the construction end, but I know the check behind these people. But because I already knew it gonna make no sense. See, when they were telling me he was burned, I know the color gonna have to change.
Come on.
The person why he looked, they talking about being burned, he talking about the fire. Then what was in the midst of the fire?
That's right. People.
So and it's letting you know that it was gonna be a bronze color, the burning. It's gonna make it dark. So we know, but see, that give you, and the word would be kashmal. Kashmal is the word. This is the kind of showing you the phonics, I think, kind of how to enunciate it. The King James, see, and this is stuff that we learn later.
Right.
How they code stuff for themselves. So they let you know. Now, look at uncertain derivation, sorry. Amber is what he am. So these are code words. So even though he know it's wrong, he know we ain't smart enough to look at it. So what we gonna say? Amber. And we're gonna look up Amber from Google, and Amber gonna say what?
Yellow.
So what color was Jesus?
Yellow.
There you go. That's right, high yellow. Come on, that's the Spirit talking. But see, he telling you how he codes stuff. See, that's why I say you look up, so you have to pay attention to this man. Because it makes no sense that this man would yell. I knew, let me look up Amber. And he said, yeah, I already know. Let's go look at Amber. How close, how similar are these?
They're not. They're not.
Yellow and bronze.
They're not.
So guess what now? Let me show you how they work for people that don't take it. Because don't, really, let's be practical how they tell us. It ain't the color that say, it's the word. Ain't that what they say? I'm Tony Smith being conned, getting caught up on collar. It's the word. It ain't the color, it's the word. 738, Euchanon. So y'all know the word kashmal? Your Euchanon, they'll call it John. What's the name of the word? Yahuwah is gracious. So you just need to pay attention to how your captain beat you every time. This is why the so-called Negro can never be saved. How am I be saved? And it's bronze and it say yellow. How am I be saved?
Can't.
It's just, you know what? See, the God I serve, he ain't gonna hold that against you. He don't look at that. How many times we heard people say stuff about the God they serve? So how you get to serve a different God than everybody else? One make you serve with the word, the other one, it don't even matter about no word, because all that man anyway. So why we believe anything? Every word I got is a word from a man. What word I got came from a spirit? They all have come from a man. They're coming through a man. He don't try to tell, it's only two we found that talked directly with him, other than Adam. That was Yahushua and Mushah. He told you, I speak to him mouth to mouth. When other people heard him speak to Yahushua, they said it thundered.
Right.
Others said Amaleki spoke with him. Okay, let's see. 738. We're at 31. All right, listen what he told us. Listen.
He that among in me, as the Kitab saith.
As the writings have, listen, as the writing saith. What happened?
Out of his belly shall flow Nahar of Kaimaim.
So Nahar is the word for river, underground streams, river, Nahar, Naharems, because it's plural, it's got an S. We use the TH or the M as a plural. In English, they use the S as plural. So Naharim, I think is the word, would be plural, of living Kai, living Ma'im, water. Let's see what he's talking about.
Now this he said of the Ruach.
He was talking about the spirit. He was actually talking about the wind, the spirit, which
they should receive.
They should receive. Who did what?
Amon in him.
How were they supposed to amon? I believe in him. When that yellow, I believe in him and my yellowest precious Jesus. Because he said right there, I'm gonna get it. I got the spirit because I believe in him. What's the problem? It's not as he said it. Because I said yellow, then I said Jesus. That's not what he said. See, that's why people mess up. Because everybody keeps saying, well, they got different Bibles. You know, you write them up to the times, and then we don't talk like that. That's a different how we talk. That changes. But the meaning still has to be the same. The validity doesn't change. Our script writing changed. But the validity of the word never changed. You don't change the validity because of scripting and how you change how you write. Y'all got it. That doesn't change. So that's what's important. He was talking about the person or people that will receive the Ruach, the spirit, which they refer to as the wind. Because you don't see it, you just see the attributes of it. So the wind makes sense. Like the wind blowing, you see them leaves, you say, woo, look at them trees blowing. They blowing by themselves. What's got them blowing? The Ruach, the wind. Woo! Look how that Akut and that Aki living right. That's right. That's the wind. That's the Ruach. That's how they understood it. So you understand it's something different. The wind has a force. Y'all see that hurricane? That water stay on that beach, they do what they do until what happened? When the wind catch it, where it go? Wherever you want to take it. And that's what you look at. That's how they recognize. They look at it as the wind. You try to take, see, the spirit is like, nigga, what? Nobody knows what you're talking about. They always related to something they knew. They knew that the wind was a force. And it controlled things. It could move something. So you saw behavior they could recognize that was different than normal. Just like tree blowing, tree standing like they're normal. Woo! Look at the wind. Why would I be referring that to? It's doing that thing bending like this and start turning over like we said. That wind strong out there. That man ain't fornicating. That wind strong. That man ain't getting drunk no more. That wind strong. That thing blowing. You always attached it to something they knew. Y'all got it. They knew what the wind would do. They knew what the wind do. Like he told, the wind go where it want to go. He said, so did everybody that got the Ruach. Yeah. Guess why we ain't left? We ain't got the Ruach. He said, go where it want to go.
Come on.
He said, the wind go. Who tell the wind where to go? Nobody tell you. That's what he's trying to tell you. He said, so everybody got the Ruach. That's why we're going to leave here. It won't be by their permission. Y'all hear that? He going to show you. That's why he brought us out. We went out with the wind. We came out Mizraim. They came out with the wind. Don't nobody listen. They had no choice. The wind brought them out.
Yes, sir.
Go out there and sweep your yard. Go out there and rake your yard. Pile of everyone to leave and wait and see what the wind do. Wind put them right back right there. The winds I do it. The wind don't ask you no permission. Oh man, look, you just raked your yard. I'm finna put them leaves back in your yard. And you know what? I can't stand. I hate paper stuff in my yard. The wind said, I'll put it in there. I'll put wind paper. I'll put cigarette butts. I'll put trash cans in your yard. That's what the wind will do. Y'all got it. It's out of your control. That's why Yahuwah let us know. He let us know what the wind was. Now you can't control the wind. How you going to control Yahuwah when the book said Elohim is a Ruach? Elohim is the wind. How you going to control them? You understand that? Because go out there and control that wind. Can't do it. That's why he looked at it. I put my wind in you. He said, they won't be able to stop you either. That's why, see, but we never had nothing to compare it with. People gave us stuff comparing to something they had tried to tell you. Say, rich word. What did they say? I have nothing to compare it with. We all understand the wind, don't we? Man, listen, you be walking out straight, wind blow that thing, woo, that thing going. Make you go back in how I want it. He said, so will my wind. You'll be intent on doing something. My wind will turn you around. Man, you be driving down that wind and grab that wheel on that car, won't it? He said, so will my wind. I'll change a man's mind. See, everything he give us is something that you can compare. They gave us stuff. It made no sense to believe it. You had nothing to compare it with. You didn't have no understanding. No, I had no understanding about that stuff. Get the Holy Ghost, you just start running. And that's all we did. Everybody started make-believe running. It looked like the Holy Ghost. No, the wind coming in control, and you can see the difference. Y'all said the same thing people out, they could see us. You'll see the difference. Like I said, by their fruit. See, we understood that, didn't it? Anybody gonna kind of convince me, this an apple, this an orange. They said, this right here, this supposed to be the orange. This an apple. Only if I'm stupid, I'm not familiar with what an apple look like. I know what it look like. I know an orange anywhere. You put it with some plums, nectarine. I know what an orange look like. And I know if a person got the wind. Right. You can put it anywhere. Right. I identify it. Right. All right. See, they knew you weren't familiar. So everything you familiar with the Ruach was Holy Ghost, how they told them. Holy Ghost do anything. They said, man, Holy Ghost will make it. They folks just told you like, the Ruach will make you live right.
Come on.
You ain't got to run, do nothing, all you live right. That's how live right. All right. So now he said of the Ruach which they should receive. Listen, they should receive this who did what? Aman in him. For as yet the Ruach was not given because Yahushua was not yet kabod, glorified. So let me ask y'all a question. Wasn't that a bad thing how he died? That wasn't no terrible thing how he died. Hello? And Smith say, yeah, it was. Then how you gonna get the Ruach? So see, he made it of a necessity. See, it was a necessity. He had to die. It was a necessity. One had to move. Listen. Look what happened. The only person can get it is they that are man on him. Say you a man on him, right? Now this he said of the Ruach, which they should receive. They expect to receive it. Who are man in him? How? As the Ketubim said, the writing. For as yet, meaning hadn't yet, the Ruach was not given because Yahushua was not yet kabod. He was kabod in his moot, in his death, not in his living. He got in most kabod in his death, not in his living. Hello? Yes, sir. So we had to understand that. It was needful for him to go. He tried to tell her, he said, if I don't go, he said, then the Ruach won't come. That's right. It was an exchange. That's right. He said, if I don't go, it won't come. See, a lot of people, you know, the Christian people, they're stupid. They'll sit around and start crying, oh, boy, they had to kill my Jesus. Oh, let me see. And he wouldn't have died. That means none of us can be saved. See, it'll look like they're intelligent, but they really don't. Because you don't, the man, that's why he said, ought not he to suffer? And at the end of his kabod, he said, and he expected, if he hadn't died, what y'all think gonna happen to us? This was what they convinced them in killing Yahushua. They said it was needful that one had to suffer. That's right. They knew that. Even though they were the people who wrongly convicted him, who set him for execution, they agreed it was needful that one, they say it was expedient, that one had to move. Right. That's right. See, you try to be a beneficiary of something, you don't even understand it. It makes no sense. You don't even understand it. Hello? This became a benefit. How many of y'all got people that live for y'all some in their will or leaving y'all some in their will? Anybody? Some of y'all, I tell y'all to slow down. Austin, bring y'all slow down. But now, but how many of y'all again? Just so you can get it today? When you get it? That's the only way you get the Ruach HaKodesh. He had to move. That's how you became an inheritor of it. And you become a inheritor of something that somebody else possessed. That's why it was important he had it. He can give it to you. Go figure. Everything he told you, who don't understand that? That what you're waiting to inherit, you can't get until. So how are you going to get it when he still possessed it? He was going to give it up in his moot. But there were stipulations and guidelines to who could inherit it. Those that believed on me, as the writings have said. I know what the writings said, but God came to me the other night and told me something, and that's why you ain't gonna get it. If that's what you believe, you're in trouble. It was important to teach you. The writings were important to believe. Y'all got it? Okay, don't worry about it. Let's go back to the 8th chapter right quick. Try to get y'all finished. Cause 8:30 I gotta get up and start doing my soapbox. You do it for about an hour and a half, then I preach. Yes, sir. All right, this is your call. They call 8. And point to nobody, your call. This means that Elohim, the all, that he strengthens. That's what the name means. So this is what you want to look at. Say you're going through and you're feeling kind of down, you need the strength. Go read a book where it tell you Elohim strengthens. See, when you know the book, our book was coded, so we know if I was lacking, I was weak, why do I want to go somewhere to get strength from? See what I'm saying? That's what the book, they knew when they went. They see, when you know how to use your book, you know how to source your information, then you know how to use your resources. Like a lot of times other people don't know how to use human resources. They don't avail themselves to understand the handbook they give it to them. Let them know. There's a lot of resources with a lot of people's job, they never knew it. A lot of people's job paid for legal defense. There's a lot of stuff they had opportunity to. And because they didn't familiarize themselves with those resources, they couldn't use them. and you don't familiarize yourself with these resources, that's why you can't use them. You stay weak. But right here, the book, Elohim strengthens. Okay, let's see. This is 8, and this is chapter 8, verse 2. Listen, I looked.
And behold,
The what?
likeness of an Ish,
From where?
his loins and downward there was fire, and from his loins upward there was the appearance of
Look at amber, amber, amber. What's that was? Cosmal?
Kashmal.
Kashmal was the word. And it told you what Brad, yeah.
That definition you looked up wasn't old enough. It's a metal in the old world called electrum. That's probably what they're talking about.
What did you look that word up? Did you look it up? And did you look up the, I like lexicon. Look at lexicon, Abare, for his amber. You said it was something old looked up. What did you say?
You look up electrum, that's probably what they're talking about.
Electrum for what?
That's the name. It's a metal, but that's what amber was called before.
Oh, you look, no, oh, amber and lexicon, put Hebrew behind it. I would have put lexicon, I'll put Hebrew lexicon. Amber, meaning amber, Hindu. Amber meaning science. I'm just curious what it says. Hashmal. Same thing, let's say. And you saying, what you said, look up under something metal.
Like you said, they said it was a metal.
A shining substance, amber or electrum or brass, uncertain. So since they weren't sure, they knew in between these colors. And because you look at fire, you'll kind of see a yellow in it. That's going to depend on the substance you burn. Just like you tell a gas burning fire, you'll see more of your blue. Because you got gas in you. Y'all know that?
Mm-hmm.
You look at people, you got gas, you watch your flame is blue. So it's going to depend on your substance you're using. What you saying?
Well, I'm saying you using amber to mean a color, but before it was a color, it was that element called electrum.
Electrum. Okay. No. I ain't using color, no color. You said, I'm not. Hold on for a minute. Did y'all hear me? This not my book every day, but you don't say I did. I ain't did
No, the
that.
only reason I'm saying that because they said that was the color,
Do
or
me.
they said that was the metal.
No, James is trying to, what James don't tell you, let's listen. Noun, masculine, etymology, and exact meaning, dubious. Evidently, some shining substance is what they tell you. That evidently it was some shining substance. And AV put an amber supposed by thieves, which see the most to be a brilliant, what's that? Amalgam of gold and silver. Let's use the gold. And the gold is gonna be darker. When it gets purified yellow, it looks yellow once you burn it. They're putting down here too with the electrum. Electrum. See also whatever DINBER for, I guess they're probably their scientific name, or they're using your call only in combination like the appearance of Ezekiel 1:4, 27, 8:2 on the ending, okay? Cold, strike out. Anyway, I know that much. Don't say we did. I had this. I ain't used nothing. I told y'all already what these white folk do. I already told y'all they gonna throw y'all. That's the whole purpose when they give you anything to get you off. Okay, appreciate it. Let me see something. Back there, when they put it Hashmal, they did it with the H, Hashmal. So their argument is again, y'all say they put it, Hashmal. Then they did it with the H, and they did Kashmal. Well, this is for enunciation. That's what you'll actually put in that kind of, like phonics is when they kind of get you to make the, but the actually come from the, like we'll say the koth in the Abari, they're saying it actually is a double H sound. That's why you got the, now people say you'll say it like you're hawking. If you're hawking, that's not a C sound, that's more of an H. They say something like you're making a double H sound. So you'll see the, so they'll say it's a hawking sound, not the, we saying it, they're saying it's a, y'all got it? So that's kind of how you run into a lot of the things you got. Even when you look at the word Hebrew, I wondered for a long time where they come with the word Hebrew. But the Greeks gave you Hebrew. They're going to Hebrew, that's Hebrew. And how they'll do it. The other ones you look, they'll pronounce it with the I sound, Hebrew. So it's a lot of different enunciation that people put in. They'll use lettering from their phonics that say this is what letter we use to enunciate it. But we don't buy into everything these people say. Y'all got it?
Yes,
Because we
sir.
look at our scripting. They're going to tell us, well, certain letters, which is true, certain letters you put together make a different sound. Y'all got it? Like the p, but it makes a p with an H. Y'all got it? So they'll try to tell us that certain of our arbitrary letters are what they are, but because when they're put with other things, the way you enunciate it, you're actually making this sound, which is closer to their letter. So what they do is transliteration, in a sense. They write to get you to enunciate a certain way. And now what happened with a lot of groups, and I had early with me, I have a problem with the E, the I, the W, the O, because we don't have these letters. These are all their letters, okay? These are their lettering. But what they're trying to do, in a sense, was they tried to take our writings and break it to their discipline. So in their discipline, they use letters saying, I don't have what you have, Daniel. I have this letter, I have an O. And I say what your sound that you sound as an O is more of an O sound. So when I start to write words that you're enunciating, I'm saying you're making an O sound and you're not making an O sound. Y'all got it? The O can make the O sound depending on what other letters you're putting with. So what they come along with, then they do what we talk about the Nakud. They'll say that's our stuff, the Nakud. When you're using the vowel points, where they'll put the vowel, put it up so they can just see. So I get an example to what we're doing. So that's where some of the problem come in. They'll write certain things. You'll see a W, because sometimes that's where the argument be. Your ooh, they saying makes a wah sound. That's when they come down to Yahuwah. They're saying it's Yahweh. You're saying Yahuwah, which you're right, because you have the ooh, but they're trying to say in your enunciation it's actually a wah. You're saying ooh. You got it? Because you're trying to stick with how your aleph bet sound. The ooh is always the ooh, but they're saying when you put it with certain word, the way you're enunciating it, that's a wah sound. Hello? And some say it's a V. Some ways you enunciate a word you saying it's a ooh is actually a va. So now what happened with us, we started arguing, fight and said, that's why I know your stuff ain't right, because I don't have a V. You're right, you ain't gonna believe it. I don't have an A either, nor do I have a U.
Right.
See, all our stuff were pictograms. Hieroglyphs, where you use pictures to write words. Y'all got it? So now the problem becomes when they start introducing their lettering system, the argument is, I don't have them. I couldn't possibly write Hebrew because I don't have the letters. Y'all got it? It does not exist if you use it in my writing. It exists in your writing. Okay, let's see. So y'all see, like here, the Aleph. This is the Aleph. This is the modern script. To show them the ancient right quick. You got, okay, good movement. This is what it was. This is hieroglyphs. So our ancient, which is our first way of writing, so how we wrote the Aleph, which is Bakar, is the name of the animal. It's not called an Aleph, it's the Bakar, but it was called the Aleph. So the Aleph, you see what I'm saying, the Aleph? So they'll tell you that when you write they'll say it's actually, you're saying Elif, the Elif. So they'll tell you it's E-L. That's why they call him Elohim. When we say Elohim, Elohim is what we're saying, because we're looking at the Aleph. The middle script is here. So now we went from writing, drawing the head, because we knew that what this meant was, they saying the ox head, right, slide over. Strong, because this was the most durable, the most versatile animal that we kept. We didn't keep an elephant. We didn't keep rhinoceros. We couldn't eat them. We kept things that we used for plowing. It was known to be strong. It was known it had power. If you went, they say, I'm up here hypothetical. Me and John, we going back and forth. This saying, now I'm moving him like Petty. I'm strong as what? Wow. Amazing. You say that now. So what do you know? And white people watch you. And you knew it was a leader. They always have one that leads. Let me slide back over. That's why our emperors, our hats are different. They gave them a little cheap crown. If you look originally, ours went up. Because you look at how the Bakar, his went up. So when you see him, you automatically knew that he was what? He was the chief. He was the leader. He was the strong one of them. Just like you could tell with them, you could tell which one lead them. They're going to be out front. Let me show you how they work. See if that's Aleph, Mal Akim, they'll call it First Kings. See if that's First Kings. See if that's 22. 22 went first. Let's drop down to verse 17. Aleph. See, we're going here. So that's how we start to find our book. Aleph, that means that's the one in the front. That's the head, right? So the second one can't be first. The first one is first. Aleph, Mal, Lakim. See, that's how they come up with king. See, we said king. They took kings. We don't have a king. Mal Akim means we have more than one. It's more than one emperor. So we're going through the book of the emperors. See that? They tell you they have a king, Mal Akim. So it makes sense that they'll call themselves a king. We don't have no king. It makes no sense. We don't have a king. It's retarded. But they show you they steal from your book. 22, let me say about verse 17, might be what I want. Let me show y'all something. Come on, we gotta roll. Listen.
And he said, not so. I saw all Yasharal scattered on the Harim,
Harim is the plural word for mountains, as.
a flock without a ra'ah.
Now, the reason why you're gonna explain that, because now you said what you saw. Now tell me something that I know as a man so I understand it. Scattered like what? He said like sheep that didn't have a shepherd. So how would sheep be on a heart without a shepherd? Scattered. See, but if I just say, I seen all Yasharal scattered, for me, this is your Kazum vision. Like what? Make me see, visualize what you saying you saw. Okay, I saw all Yasharal scattered. Like what? Like a sheep that didn't have a shepherd. Since these were animals that they kept, because Ra'ah was also shepherding. They knew how to keep sheep. They knew sheep could be scattered if you don't have somebody over them to keep them together. Listen.
And Yahuwah said, is not Elohim done of these? Let each one return to his home in Shalom.
Listen why.
And the Malak of Yasharal said to Yehoshaphat, Malak of Yehuda, did I not say to thee that this Ish does not Naba to me?
They're going to say, probably Naba. He don't tell me something too. Listen.
For he speaks nothing but Rosha.
He speak nothing but evil to me. Listen.
And Micaiahs,
Which we say Mikal. I think it's Mikal. They put Micaiahs.
and Michal said, not so, it is not I. Shammah, the Debar of Yahuwah,
He want them to hear with the intent to do the word of Yahuwah. Listen.
it is not so. I saw the Elohim of Yasharal sitting on his throne.
And
All the Sabot of Shamayim
for host,
stood,
his army.
stood about him on his right hand and on his left.
And what happened?
And Yahuwah said, who will deceive Achab, Malak of Yasharal, that he may go up and fall in Ramat Gilad. And one spoke one way and another way. And there came forth a Ruach and stood before Yahuwah and said,
What happened?
I will deceive him.
Uh-oh. That's what I'm going to do. I will deceive him. Listen.
And Yahuwah said to him,
What?
Whereby?
And?
He said, I will go forth,
And?
will be a false Ruach in the paw of all his
The
Nabaim.
part is the mouth of all his Nabim. They say prophets. Listen.
And he said, Thou shalt deceive him,
Yea.
and shalt prevail.
And?
Go forth and do so.
Yahuwah said it's going to work too. What happened?
And now behold, Yahuwah has put a false Ruach in the paw of all these thy Nabaim. And Yahuwah has spoken Rosha against thee.
See? Listen.
And
Zedekiah.
Zedekiah, the Ben of Canaan, came near and smote Mikyah on the cheek and said, What sort of a Ruach of Yahuwah has spoken in thee? And Mikyah said, Behold, thou shalt see in that Yom when thou shalt go into an innermost chamber to hide thyself there. And the Malak of Yasharal said, Take Mikyah and convey him away to Simmer, the keeper of the city,
I think it was probably for the governor. Go ahead.
and tell Joaz the Malak Ben to put this fellow in prison,
And?
to feed him with lakam of affliction,
And?
ma'im of affliction,
Until?
I return in Shalom.
Listen what happened.
And Migyah said, If thou return at all in Shalom, Yahuwah has not spoken by me.
He said, no way you're going to come back here in peace. Come on.
So the Malak of Yasharal went up,
And
Yehoshaphat, Malak of Yehuda, with him to Ramoth Gilead.
Mm-hmm.
And the Malak of Yasharal said to Yehoshaphat, Malak of Yehuda, I will disguise myself.
I would do what?
I will disguise myself.
And do what?
Enter into the battle.
And do what?
Do thou put on my raiment.
Mm-hmm.
So the Malak of Yasharal disguised himself,
And did what?
went into the battle.
See that? And you know why that was important? Because he'd put on his stuff, what was going to happen? They were going to know who he was. They're going to know exactly who he was because that's what we know. If you came out with that emperor hat on and with them clothes, you think we don't know who you are? So what did he do? Same thing Yahushua did when he came down here. That's why they had a problem believing this story. A homeless man saying he an emperor? Don't even make sense. That's what the man did when he came down here. He was at war. So what you think he was going to do? He disguised himself. When they recognized him, what you think they did? That's exactly what they did. What do you think they did? They told you. Hold on for a minute. Let's jump back up right quick. Let's see what happened. Pick up the 26th chapter of the book of Matthew. 26 and 50. Matthew, they call Matthew. Try to get y'all finished. Listen.
And Yahushua
27, 5th, I'm sorry. I put 26, 27. 27, all right? All right, listen.
And Yahushua again sighed with a loud call, yielding up the Ruach. And behold, the veil of the Mashakhan was rent in two from top even to bottom.
Listen.
And their rocks quaked. And the sewer were rent.
Which the word sewer is the word for rocks.
And the kubar were opened.
Kabar is the word for grave.
And many basar of the Kodashim that had slept,
They put for saint. They rose, kum,
and coming out of the kubar after his resurrection, came into the Kadash city,
And
appeared to many.
listen.
Now the centurion and they that were with him, watching Yahushua, having seen the Arats quake and the things that were done, were sore afraid, saying, indeed, this was the Ben of Elohim.
Why y'all think they had to kill him? That's what they recognized. Let's show you something. Jump back over to what you had. 21st, Aleph, Mal Akim, 22. Where you left out? Verse what? 30. All right, let's see. 31. See, hold on. They're coming. No. Where you left off at? All right, 30. So left out 29. Hold on. But you can come down a little bit. Come on, 20, 30. And the Malak of Yasharal said to Yehoshaphat, Malak of Yehuda, I will disguise myself and enter into battle and do thou put on my raiment. So he told the Malak of Yehuda, I want you to put on my clothes. So the Malak of Yasharal disguised himself and went into battle. Y'all don't get it, do you? Let's see what happened. I'll show y'all that. We'll come back. Come on. 31.
And the Malak of Aram had charged the 32 captains of his chariots, saying, fight not against small or great,
Pay attention. Don't fight against small or great.
but
Listen.
against the Malak of Yasharal only.
Only. Listen.
And it came to pass, when the Rosh of the chariots saw
The Rosh,
Rosh
which is
of
the
the
word
chariots.
for captain or head or chief of the chariot, saw Yehoshaphat.
Malak of Yehuda,
What did they do?
that they said, this seems to be the Malak of Yasharal.
And
They compassed him about to fight against him.
listen.
And Yehoshaphat sighed out.
And he cried out. Listen.
And it came to pass,
When?
when the Rosh of the chariots saw that this was not the Malak of Yasharal,
What did they do?
that they returned from him.
They left him alone. Listen.
And one drew a bow with a tube aim,
And
smote the Malak of Yasharal between the lungs and the breastplate.
listen.
And he said to his charioteer, turn thy hands and carry me away out of the battle, for I am wounded.
Listen.
And the war was turned in that Yom, and the Malak was standing on the chariot against Aram from morning till evening. And he shed the dam out of his womb to
That's
the
a-
bottom of the chariot, and moot at even. And the dam ran out of the womb into the bottom of the chariot.
That's two. Let's go back over right quick. The same one, 27, 38. How about that? Let's see if we make some sense out of it. 37. Let's do 38. It's good. Yeah. 27, 38. Mattheyahu. Matter of fact, all right, well, come back down. Give me 37, be fine. Listen.
And they put over his head
What happened?
his cause Katab.
Listen what happened.
This is Yahushua,
The who?
Malak of the Yahudim.
Now, this is important for y'all to pay attention. Do y'all know why this is important for y'all to pay attention? Hands from our king. Oh, we got two of them over here trying. What's going on in the hall? Hall dropping out bad. Oh, hold on. We got one in the hall. Who we got in the hall? Hold on. Can we take the hall? Can we take the hall? Can I say a bad word? Can I say a bad word? All right, well, tell them what it is. He said because they weren't supposed to mess with the Malak of Yasharal.
Backward.
Don't worry about dropping your head. We knew you were going to get the wrong answer. Oh, okay. Hey, well, you just messed that up. See, Hall, before y'all let them answer a question, try to go through and scheme through your people, please. Now I got, I had Chris and, go with, hold on. Let's go with Chris. Chris want to get to you. We don't see what Chris said. Let's see what Chris said. What you going to say? The opposite of Hayward. Well, that's true too, but what you gonna say?
He was disguised as the Malak of Yehuda, but he was the Malak of Yasharal, was the one that got killed.
The reason why you pay attention to this is because who wound up getting killed was the Malak of Yasharal. But the thing which y'all need to pay attention to was this Yahushua, his accusation over his head. The reason why it was important, because they took a crown of thorn and put on his head. And they took a robe and they put it on him. Y'all don't know why? Because the Malak of Yasharal told him that. He told him, you go in and you put on your apparel. I will disguise myself. So that's why when they took him, that's why they put him on the robe. That's why they put the crown on. They put the crown and the robe on the Malak of Yehuda. That's what he just told him. You put on this stuff. I'm going to be in disguise. I'm incognito. You put it on. Although he was both, you had to pay attention. That's why it was significant you paid attention. When they put it on, they never told you they put it on the Malak of Yasharal. They told you with the accusation, 37, look. And they put over his head this cause written, this is Yahushua, the Malak of the Yahudim, which would mean he was over Yehuda. This is who they were not supposed to kill. And this is the one was told to put on his robe. That's why he let them put it on him. Because he was already told from the writer, and you had to believe it. Why? Because that's what the Katab had said. Why they didn't put the accusation in his head, the Malak of Yasharal? Because he was supposed to be in disguise. See how you learning something? That's why the Christians don't know what they're doing. It's a waste of time. Come on, 38. Listen.
Then were crucified with him 2 thieves, one on the right hand and one on the left. Mm-hmm. And they that passed by blasphemed him, wagging their heads.
Listen.
And saying,
they saying va, ah. They say ah, va.
thou that destroys the Mashakon of Elohim, and in 3 Yamim dost rebuild it, save thy own self. If thou be the Ben of Elohim, come down from the 2.
Uh-huh.
In like manner also the Rosh Kohanim with the scribes and Zakanim mocking said, he saved others, himself he cannot save. If he be the Malak of Yasharal, let him now come down from the 2, and we will among him.
Now they want him to come out of disguise. They asking him to come out of disguise. How we change the conversation? We were talking about the Malak of Yehuda. But you know who they were looking for? Don't fight with nobody else. You know what's amazing? If y'all pay attention in the 19th chapter, let me see, 18:1 right quick. Let's see something. 18:1, Yehukanan. How many of y'all know that makes sense? Good, good. 18:1. Yehukanan, they called John. Listen.
When Yahushua had said these things, he went forth with his Talmudim over the brook Cedron,
Listen.
where there was a gun, into which he entered with his Talmudim.
Listen.
And Yehuda also, who betrayed him, knew the Malchum, because Yahushua had often resorted thither together with his Talmudim.
What happened?
Yehuda, therefore, having received a band of soldiers and Abadim from the Rosh Kohanim and the Parashim, cometh thither with lanterns and torches and weapons. Yahushua, therefore, knowing all things that should come upon him,
Did what?
went forth and said to them,
What do you want to know?
Whom seek ye?
What they say?
They answered him, Yahushua of Nazareth. Yahushua saith to them,
What happened?
I am he. And Yehuda also, who betrayed him, stood with him.
And what happened?
As soon, therefore, as he had said to them,
What
I
happened?
am he,
What happened?
they went backwards and fell to the Adamah.
Listen.
Again, therefore, he asked them, Whom seek ye? And they said, Yahushua of Nazareth.
Listen what happened.
Yahushua answered, I have told you that I am he.
What happened?
If therefore ye seek me, let these go their way.
What were their orders? They were told not to fight with small or great. Only with the Malach of Yasharal. It wasn't hard. They had already been given orders from the earlier writers. They were told when they were sent out to don't fight with small or great. Why you waste your time with the peons? Say fight with the Malach of Yasharal.
Right. Right. Right.
Although he told them, the book already was talking. Don't you see him walking? Book was talking. They had to do it. They were told. He said, if I'm who you seeking, let them go.
Right.
See, and it lines up with what you already told. They were already given orders before from the Malach of Amram that they're going to call Syria. He already told them, don't fight with small or great, only with the Malach of Yasharal. Now, they saw what was on the Tut writing, but they weren't ready to crucify him yet. They were not ready to spear him. We want to know, if you be the Malach of Yasharal, come down. We'll believe you. They need him to come out disguised.
Right. Right.
Come on back over. I can help them, they let me. See what they mess up at? They think I've been just talking because I ain't got nothing. No. We're going to go back to Eukanai. I'm sorry. What the hell y'all holding off at? Go back to Matthew 27. 27:39. Is that where we left off at? Yep, listen.
And they that passed by blasphemed him, wagging their heads,
Listen.
and saying, Thou that destroyest the Mashkan of Elohim, and in 3 Yamim dost rebuild it, save thine own self. If thou be the Ben of Elohim, come down from the two. In like manner also the Rosh Kohanim with the scribes and Zakanim mocking said, He saved others, himself he cannot save.
Listen.
If he be the Malach of Yasharal, let him now come down from the two, and we will among him.
Ain't that tight? How do we change the situation? We were just talking about the Malach of Yahudim. Why they asking him about being the Malach of Yasharal?
Right.
Because they weren't stupid. They knew who they were going to fight with. That's who we're looking to kill. The Malach of Yasharal. When in the 20, you'll see to prove it, you go back right quick to Aleph Mal Akim. They call 1 Kings right quick. 22. Where we left off at? 30 what? Okay. 31. We read. Let's do 31. Come on. All right, come on, go through quick. Come on. Listen.
And the Malach of Aram had charged the 32 captains of his chariots, saying, Fight not against small or great, but against the Malach of Yasharal only.
So he told them, I'm the one you seek, and let them go. Was it really hard for them to do that? Listen.
And it came to pass, when the captains of the chariots saw Jehoshaphat, Malach of Yehuda,
Listen, when they saw the Malach of Yehuda, listen.
they said, This seems to be the Malach of Yasharal.
Wow, this seemed like it might be him. What happened?
And they compassed him about to fight against him.
And what happened?
And Jehoshaphat Sayak out.
And what happened when he cried out?
And it came to pass,
What happened?
when the captains of the chariots saw that this was not the Malach of Yasharal,
What did they do?
that they returned from him.
That's not who we're looking for. A lot of people don't know no better. They don't know no better. Listen.
and one drew a bow with a tube aim, and smote the Malak of Yasharal between the lungs and the breastplate. And he said to his charioteer, turn thine hands and carry me away out of the battle, for I am wounded.
That's good. That's good. We'll come on back. Let's finish up right quick. 26. Where we left off? 40, 41. Matiyahu. Come back, 50. Come on up. Go back up. I think we left off what, about 40? 41?
Yes, sir.
41. All right, come on. No, we're in 26, 27. Sorry about that, 27. 27, 40. No, 41. All right, come on.
In like manner also the Rosh Kohanim with the scribes and Zakanim mocking said, he saved others, himself he cannot save. If he be the Malak of Yasharal, let him now come down from the two, and we will among him.
Listen,
He trusted in Elohim, let him now deliver him, if he will have him. For he said, I am the Ben of Elohim.
which means he would have to be Yasharal. That's what it is. He ruled as Elohim. That's what Yasharal means. He rules as Elohim. That's who Adam was in the garden. He was Yasharal. He said, let him have dominion, just like us. That meant his name was Yasharal. He had the servitude of Yasharal. That's what the name means. He ruled as Elohim. Yah, Shah, the Shah for the rule, the Yah for he, the Yah, the Shah for rule, and the all, Elohim. He ruled like Elohim. Listen.
And the self same thing the thieves also that were crucified with him reproached him with. Now from the 6th hour there was Kashak over the whole of Roth until the 9th hour.
What happened?
And about the 9th hour, Yahushua sighed out with a loud call, saying, Ali, Ali, lama
What's
sabatana,
real?
that is, my Elohim, why hast thou forsaken me?
And
Some that stood there, and Shammah said, this each calleth Al-Yahu. And immediately one of them running took a sponge and filled it with vinegar and put it on a reed and gave him to drink. And the other said, let us see whether Al-Yahu will come to deliver him.
yeah.
And Yahushua again, crying with a loud call, yielded up the Ruach.
What happened?
And behold, the veil of the Mashakam was rent in two from top even to the bottom. And the Arats quaked, and the Sur were rent. And the Kabar were open, and many bodies
Hold on,
of the
stop. It didn't even talk about them spearing him, did it? Did I miss something? Did I miss something? They speared him? The Greek, the Romans didn't even write it. So what? It still should have came from over here too, though. Matiyahu, take me back. Go back up a little bit. Where you bring it down? Come down. Beth Mashiach, and the Matiyahu don't talk about them spearing him. Beth Mashiach talk about them spearing him. Or talking about shooting him when they ran with a sponge and spit him. They just put here that he just died. Basically, he just died from Matiyahu. Yehukanan writes, Yehukanan. Because this reads differently anyway. See, when you read this, how they write, they'll write that he was dead already and they speared him, which wouldn't make sense. He would have had to been alive. The spear of him would be equivalent to a man having sex with a virgin. He'll be opening the womb. So when he opened the womb, it should be blood coming out. That was the same thing they learned anyway. See, it was important. Our Torah taught us that. That's why it was important when a man took a woman, he took one, hadn't been with nobody, because she's supposed to have proof of her virginity, which is her Bethula. So that's why you had the sheet. The father would give you the sheet. When you were going to lay with her, you would place the sheet under her. Once you penetrate it, blood should have come out. That blood should come out, be on the sheet. You take it, you fold it and wrap it, and you give it back to the father. Then the father keeps it, because that's proof. If you ever go out and say, "Damn, that little stinking hole, I can't stand that stinking hole," and that word get out, I can bring this out, me and my wife, and we can show proof that she was a virgin. The same thing happened with Yahushua. Okay? No one had sex with someone dead. That's why I know he had to be alive, just like when they pierced the Malak of Yasharal, he had to be alive. Y'all got it. You talk about how he bled and he leaked out. That's right. That's the same equivalent with him. He would have had to have been alive when they struck him. But when they were right that they struck him after he was dead, which makes no sense. Okay? So we got the crying out. One crying out would have been the one end of him crying out, and the second crying out being when it would have really been massive for the fact he'd been struck. Yehuda cried out for the fact he saw they were getting ready to kill him. That's the first cry. The second cry when it came out from Yasharal, because I've been hit. Yehuda knew what was happening. They getting ready to kill me. The second one, I'm gone. And we learned that from who? Hands. Chris, that's a good fake out you did. Very good fake out. Tell them what it was. Shamshun. Tell them about Shamshun. The lady in the situation. What situation? That man said the lady in the situation. I'm real thrown on what this situation is.
She cried twice. And second time she had cried, which came out.
Who know he done twisted out? He rightly wrong. Yosef is who would have been it. When they took hold of Yosef, y'all remember that? When he was the keeper of his Adon's, his master's house, the wife came in to try to lay with him. And he wouldn't lay with her because he said that everything that he had gave him, his master had kept nothing from it except his wife. And she grabbed hold of his clothes and she cried out. And the second time she cried out, he left his clothes, he got out. That's how we knew when he departed. The second time he cried out, we knew he left his body. Because Yosef left his clothes. He left them right there in her hand. That's what the same thing that Yahushua did. When he was on the tube, when he cried out, he left them clothes right there on the tube and got out. Y'all got it? But we wouldn't have known that unless we had known the previous writings. That second cry was to let us know, I'm gone. Y'all got it? So this is this is Beth Mashiach writing. So we look at this as one. So this is 27:49 that they don't give you in Matthew and the other writings. So let's look at how it was written over here. This is him going back, translating from the Greek. I'm sorry, the Greek. This is the Latin. English at the bottom. So the English is written over, translating from the Latin and the Greek. Y'all got it? Okay. Oh, this is Greek right here. Listen, Roman. Both of them Greek. Yeah. This is the ancient of their writings. Greeks don't write like this no more. All right. So we'll read. So this is the English translation of this, which is the Abari that's written of the modern. So this is transliterated, written so you could enunciate this. We read from right to left in our language. Criminals read from left to right, and that's how they messed us up. Okay? See, the way we do, we start out right. That's how you end up right. So you could never be right. You're going left. That's the opposite of what you were told to do. See, the way they even scripted got you wrong. Think about it. You're going wrong from the beginning. Hello? He told you I declared the end at the beginning. So where would you start at? At the end. They tell you this at the end. That's where you'll start at. And we'll come back across. Okay? He starts you over here. And that's why we messed up and we all thrown off now. But anyway, come on. Let's just give you a little something. Come on. Listen.
But the other Anashim said, leave him alone, and we shall see if all Yahoo shall come to save him.
Listen, and put in brackets. Listen.
And another Ish took a spear and thrust it through his side, and out came Dum and Ma'im.
Guess what they're saying that? In your other writings. Yeah, they translating it from the Greek. That we'll go and we'll read the other, and they don't give you this because they're written in Latin. So he's showing you from the Greek that they translating from the Greek that this is what they said. That they actually did spear him. This is not in your writing though. It ain't finished at the bottom either, is it? He's saying in the Abari it does. Spear. East. East took. It's saying one word for spear. And thrust it through his side. And out came, you know I'm already doing this, right? Blood, Dam, and Ma'in. So it's saying it's scripted in the Abari. It's not scripted in the Greek. Something that we didn't know until we used Beth Mashiach. So what we have to do, again, that's why we had to go through so many different writings. Because none of these people leave you with complete understanding. They'll only give you enough. They'll only give you enough to keep you where you be off-centered. You'll feel like you have enough, but you'll always come up short, which doesn't make sense. It makes sense that they would have speared him. Let's see what they said. Was he already dead? Let's go, next line. Now he speared from that writing, listen.
But
What?
Yahushua sighed again with a loud call,
And
his Ruach departed.
verses, if you read it from the book of Yehukanan in the 19th chapter, and about the 30th verse, and other books they give you, you'll see clearly they'll tell you they speared him while he was living. So his second cry would have let us know at that point he was gone. I'm leaving everything. Significant. They knew who they had got. It was time to kill the Malak of Yasharal. What seems simple to us is important because we're trying to look at how this thing operates for us. We know it's Yehuda, but Yasharal was important for us. Hello? Yehuda didn't become his Ahab until Yasharal was gone. Yasharal fell away. You learn that Yasharal fell away from him. That's how Yehuda became his Ahab. Hello? He already had one at the first. Even he told you, when you go back and read your Torah in the book of Alahad Davarim, if a man have two Ashah, which are two wives, he told you, and he Ahab one and hate the other. Guess who he Ahab? Yehuda. Hello, everyone. He Ahab, Yehuda. He hated Yasharal. That's why he cast him off. He said, if it come to pass that the elder be of the one that of the one he hated, that you couldn't allow that one, you couldn't allow the one that came from the one Ahab to inherit before the one that was of the one that was hated. He said the right of the firstborn is his. That's why he had to come back even when it came down to Yaakov and when it came down to Asu. You were told, he said, Yaakov, I Ahab. Asu, I hated, who they call Esau. But your own Torah told you that. That he said that it was going to come back, that the one that was hated, he was going to have to come back and acknowledge him. He said, because the right of the firstborn is his. Wow. So y'all don't know why Yahushua came back to get the right of the firstborn. He was the one that was hated. He told you it's written in your Torah. Wow. How he wound up inheriting? He was the one that was hated. Your Torah had already told you that. See, people were so big on moving on things, they didn't realize Yashar got to come back into his inheritance. All of this was just until the time of the Gentile. Why you think he told these folk to go? Where were they supposed to go to when he sent out the Talmudim? Go to Yehuda? To who? Why was he trying to go get Yasharal when Yehuda is who he are? Because the right of the firstborn is his. He's got to inherit. The book even told you in the 19th, he said, he have not cast out his people he foreknew. He said he never got rid of them. He was going to bring them back. This was just to the time of the Gentile, the Goyim be fulfilled. While they've been cast away, this is giving opportunity for other people to come in. He's going to bring Yasharal back. I don't know what y'all were thinking. The right of the firstborn belong to Yasharal. He's got to inherit. Hello? Y'all all right? Goodness, man, y'all look sad. Maybe we got to go to service. But at the end of the day, our goal is to get an understanding so we can make sure we'll possess the Ruach, not just in our words of our speaking our mouth, but in behavior. We talked about before, the wind has attributes to prove itself. Y'all got it? There are attributes that we have to demonstrate in proving ourselves by taking on this knowledge, making sure it's correct, it's concrete, solid. You know, on a bond, a stone, we're testing it out against what we know and making sure that's how we actually believe. And when that's done, it solidifies the right of us inheriting the Ruach HaKodesh. A lot of people are saying they have something you couldn't possibly have because you don't even believe what the writings have said. You hadn't even been taught what the writings have said. That's why we had to go through so many different translations and check behind these people, because all these people give you bits and pieces and they don't want you to get enough because they know you'll get out of him. Hello? No more they want a Shem Shum hell back. This your strength right here. Hello? Even the writer said the joy of Yahuwah, that's my strength. What you think happened when Yahuwah got Shusha with us? Then hear your cause call. Elohim will strengthen us. When he got joy in what we do, he strengthened us. Hello? In the book, he said he'll renew their strength. Hello? He said we'll mount up wings like an eagle. You think these white folk want you to fly to him? You don't think that Adam had him? He was over the birds of the air. Okay. White folk come, they make all these, look at all these things they make. What are we making? A winged man. They fly there. Where you think they get it from? Your book said you were going to mount up wings like an eagle. An eagle known for his soaring. Okay, don't worry about it. But you know what? They'll always go make this stuff and make these fictionalized things, put them you want to get them from. They've been watching you. They've been looking at you. You just don't know about you. I'm just being, you don't know. Why would you know anything? Why would I want to teach you anything about yourself? Why you think the white man go make Aquaman? It is funny. Neptune. What exactly was Neptune supposed to rule over? What was the name of that boat he was on? Where he ruled at? Let me see. When he made Adam, he said he's going to give him authority over the fowls of the air. Like a winged animal. And over the fish of the sea. Everything in the young. Or maybe they gave you Aquaman, who could go in the water and talk to animals and control them. Then they gave you Neptune. Wonder where they get this stuff from. Yeah, Adam was told he could do all this. It's got to be impossible to live underwater. Shoot, Yonah did it for 3 days. In the belly of a fish. Wow, they'll show you that, man. Listen, they show you Aquaman riding on top of dolphins. Remember that? Okay, I mean, remember that? Remember that? Who remember all this stuff? They would say, that stuff, that fiction stuff they get. Yeah, fiction on their end. But for us, he told you he created a man who could rule over. How can he rule over them? He can't talk to them. How would they know he ruled over them? How would they know that? You got a man like Noah, sat here, every animal came to him and got on that ship. He didn't get bit, snake bit, grabbed, thrown nowhere. I don't know why they got, look, every time you see these white boys, crocodile hunter, where they be at? He fooling with animals on the ground. He's supposed to be the crocodile hunter. Then he getting in the water. You like, why they doing that? Because he been reading your book. He said that you had authority over them. He told you to subdue them. You control them, bring them under you. And look at that. Every time you look, what? White boy with some shorts on. Him and it is funny, but think about it. We keep wondering, why them crowd keep playing with them animals? Why they keep on up playing with them animals? You don't know why? I've been reading your book. You said, man, they'll get in a cage with. Why they ain't with them lions? Them lions will kill you. No, they won't. If you believe what the book said, but you didn't realize it go to you. He trying out. He been testing your own stuff out. He'll get in there and wrestle with one and roll it over. In the circle, years ago, we get a chair. Back, whip it. Back, make him get down and show himself and demonstrate. Where he get this from? Because he been reading your book, nigga. He been reading your book, and he been practicing your attributes that he ain't got, and you lost. You lost your estate. And you been afraid to get it back. Man, I show you people back years ago, of our people years ago, they'll tame and keep hyenas. Put them on listen, no chair, no, hyena, they're big. Y'all know how big a hyena is. Listen, and put it on a collar and walk it. Mizraim been doing it. Mizraim kept hyenas. Listen, they don't move them. That stuff don't move them. Everybody been reading your book. Then the guy stay out here, I run this. Chris, you talk about his granddaddy. You mean you say your granddaddy come outside? What did he say, Chris?
I asked him if he was scared of snakes. He said all these animals won't
Funny, ain't it? What make your granddaddy say some stuff like that? But just telling you, just showing you where we came from. And now we the scary folks on the book. So we see one on TV, we start running. Snake will do, cut that TV out. That thing might bite me through the TV, nigga. Through the TV. Let me just tell you, but think about it, it was unheard of. You all sat on a ship with these things. Every animal you know is on that ship. 14 of the clean and 4 of the unclean. Every one of them was on it, ain't getting get bit by one of them. Not one of them touched him. This is what happens when you get with these white people. When you eat their doctrine, you start living their life, and you keep trying to be like them. That's why everything take you out now. He told you, I'm gonna let them come and rob you of your kids. Now in Africa, look, their kids get snatched up. Some grab their baby, listen, baboons come, listen, they got them hurt, listen, pop up in the window, snatch their baby, take off, run up a tree, gone. Oh yeah, listen, nothing. Quick, real quick, no windows, you just gotta cut out, listen, listen, you know, a baboon, you know how strong these things are? One of them could kill a lion. Listen, pop up in the window, that baby now, snatch that baby, scout, baby, gone. Done, you'll never see that baby. Yahuwah told her, he said, I'm gonna rob you of your kids too. Because we hadn't learned yet. You keep trying to be like your oppressor. You scared of everything, just like your oppressor sitting here doing stuff you're supposed to do. Because you had known. Yahushua told you, if you knew what belonged to you, that's why he wept. He said, you don't even know what belongs to you. They done moved the old landmarks. Every place we go to, everything you done been told, if you go look on a map today, it ain't where it's supposed to be. It's smaller than what it was. You know what the bigger argument is? Where Abraham was born at. Where they say he was born at, Josh? Say it louder. Then some say he was from Turkey. He from Amram, they call Syria, which means the land was longer and bigger than where it was. Your law told you not to remove the old landmark. We put down stones for borders that let us know where our landmark was. That's how we knew what place it was. When the white man came, he moved them and put stakes in the ground. That's where he got stakes from. He put a stake, he put it after a while, what happened to them stakes? And then folk got to come in and get a new survey. Another way, you ain't got no survey, you'll be like, it was some stakes out here. Them stakes doing the way, don't they? Now I got to come out here and show you where your land at. You think you're getting the same land? You think them crackers actually gave you back the same land? They moved everything. Sinai is in Egypt, Mizraim, which is retarded. It's in Saudi Arabia. They moved it. The white people that call themselves the Jews in Yasharal and Yasharal in Jerusalem, they call Jerusalem. I call it Jerusalem because they wrong people there. They actually sold it to Mizraim to move it to make it look like you never left. He clearly told Musa that after I bring them out of Mizraim, they're going to shakar me here, worship me here. They sold it back to them, and now they tell you that Sinai that you worship is in Mizraim. You never left it. You were right there. That's how white people beat you every time. Who keep up with them? Who got the information? We done read this, showed y'all that they told you, it's clear, they'll show you it's in Mizraim, which is a complete lie. He brought you out of Mizraim. It's in Saudi Arabia. Well, Arabia, Saud's, that's the name of the people that came and conquered and took it later. It belonged to us. Now, nigga don't know where he at. Now, they got you thrown off. Because what did your law tell you about Mizraim? Wow. So you can't even go see Sinai. Because it's in Mizraim. And your law told you you weren't supposed to go back that way. So guess what? I keep you from going now, so I keep you from getting any information and any spirituality. Because now you think you're following the book when you're not. All I did, I just changed the borders. Niggas didn't even know we was in Lebanon. That's part of y'all inheritance. They don't teach you that. Our border goes all the way through Lebanon, he said, to the Great Sea. I don't know how nigga get to no border of Lebanon and stop. Because white folks give you your information. But you clearly read, he told you beyond Lebanon to the great river. Your stuff was always there. Let me tell you what, all your money, any trade is done on water. Major trade is water, not on ground. Dave, I'm making this up. Where did the freight come from right here to run, Dave? It's coming off that water. It's coming off that water. Everything right here, you'll die out. You got to get it across the water. More freight comes out the water. That's where the money. He put you where all your stuff was coastline. Now you got fishing. What the people he took were fishermen. He never gave up borders without. Why we have a border and you ain't got no water? These dumb niggas want some acres and no water. Why would I give you this and not give you water so you can trade and you can travel? Niggas stupid, man. Niggas stupid. All the country, they got treated. Guess why they got treated? Because they have water. They can meet, they can trade. They all know what they doing. Niggas the only folk dumb. We the dumbest folks on the planet because nobody ever taught us. He gave you the trade. Solomon, who they call King Solomon, was the richest man ever. You know why? Because he knew how to trade off the water. Trafficking, that's what it was. Why you think they get you for trafficking, you cross over? They scared nigga, trafficking, it's a drug charge. Trafficking in your book, that's how they trade, from trafficking. Moving goods. Now they scare nigga up. They throw drug connotation to it, drug trafficker. Because we don't know, they dumb us down. Church is the worst place for a nigga to go. You go to church, you ain't even went nowhere, because they're not going to educate you. They're going to dumb you down. All right, they're good. Let's go. I'm going to write mine on here with an IOU so I can get y'all out of here. I heard we got here for a preacher come in and start preaching. What y'all think about the 6:30 time? 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. Cassie wore out. You didn't get home and get that nap. Man, it isn't rough on them. Can I see y'all that you been fighting though? You been going though. He been out there fighting Joe Frazier. He been saying. See, yeah, it's rough on this. Man, listen, me and you both. I got on, I said, man, I couldn't even jump in the shot, so I'm too tired. I get in that shot, so I'm done. I said, it's over with. 7 o'clock? How many hands for 7? I ain't gonna do 7, I'm gonna put in. Because it get dark, 7 o'clock. Let me see the hand, 7 o'clock. Ain't enough of y'all 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock? All right, 6 o'clock. 5 o'clock. Uncle Ted ain't got no job, man. No. He said one watching preacher. I forgot my money. I'm putting it down. This is gonna be my faith envelope tomorrow. This is by faith. How you doing? You going in there and putting it early. If I don't make it, I don't be living tomorrow. Somebody put it in there for me. I put $2,000 on there, so make sure y'all put it in there for me. Awesome. And I put out there inherited. Isn't that right? But you had your hand up too. Y'all joker, boy. That joker be waiting to take somebody, knock somebody off. That's all you want to know. So I'm just saying, what I supposed to be getting? Probably getting out of my face. That's what I look at getting in it. All right, is everybody? We're going to get that. A lot of folk voted for self. How many people voted for self? First of all, you need to be here and well before you vote. Sick. Princess, sick. Who else? Sarah, sick. Lancaster, sick. Well, she said 6:30. I pronounce healing on you. Go ahead. Faith said 7. Sick. Ernie, sick. Rashida, sick. Nicole, 7. Well, half of you him. Who else? Austin said 7:45. That's sick. That's sick. Not 7:45. 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. All right, what y'all think? 7 o'clock? Young people, what time you saying, listen? 9 o'clock? Oh, you drunk. They gonna say 9 o'clock. We'll never get out here. We'll be here all tomorrow. We might as well just spend the night. By the time I get through on soapbox, I don't know how they have it. It's never planned. By the time I get through soapbox, it'll be what, 11:30? Then it'll be 8 o'clock in the morning. And I used to go home. We ever lay here and just be stink. Yeah, we moved to 7 o'clock then. 7 o'clock, put the new time out, 7 o'clock. Ain't that right? 7 o'clock. Now I can't be late now. And that shit worry about that 7 o'clock. Now why them 7 o'clock folks walking at 8:35? Yeah, you think we could change it back to 9 o'clock like Alyssa said? Like change it back? We never been 9 o'clock. That time Dave woke up late for service. He said, man, oh well, I was laying there, I thought service was 9 o'clock. I said, Dave, when service at 9 o'clock? They said, it was 9 o'clock. Like Dave, St. John left, I don't know what basket it was. Y'all ought to change. Everybody too. Let's get ready to stand and give Mr. Yahuwah a hand clap. He been too. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate my pastor for blaming me for yellow. For Amber telling me, yeah, you teach your words, you made up as Amber. I'm like, my word? That ain't none of my word. That's a white folk word. All right, where announcement at? Shakia? Oh, I'm sorry you were cut out, Shakia. You do such a great job. Oh, okay, here we go. You're finna start some drama. Yes, you do cause a lot of trouble.
I had talked to Sinuses, and he told me to tell some folks start lying on him, saying that it's Sinuses. He said he ain't been here since springtime.
Oh, man, that's tight. That's about coughing, poo, and everything. Time. Yeah, these my sinuses. My chest hurt, everything, man. Like, stop, there ain't no sinus. You know good well you got COVID. How everybody got sinuses out? Yeah, I don't want to say them. Yeah, I'm going to say sinuses. They tell me, yeah, did weed, grass, and gum, and pollen. Pollen in almost November. They rough, ain't they? These members will find something to blame. They gonna make pollen a sin. What happened? You had something else? So 7 o'clock the new time. Y'all keep watching. We getting there. This will only be for the winter hour because it's gonna get dark. They're gonna set the time back shortly. So that's why we're doing it, because it's gonna be like jet black dark at 6 o'clock. So we come on in, try to get in, get y'all out, go home, go sleep, come back tomorrow. So I go home and get me some smoke so I can go sleep. And then I listen here, we tell a couple lies, play spade. We'll play spade later. Just gonna tell all the lies and we'll just go with that for now. All right, everybody else all right? I can tell that thing ain't bolted down that chair, try to shake it too much. I never tell. When I seen that pew coming, look, I said, no, not you, I can tell the other one. Hey, you! I got him, I can tell. He know now. All right, everybody all right? Let's pull out. Most High, Kudash Shabbat, separated Father, Hadu, thanks and all the Tudan to you for all you done, the Thanksgiving, for sparing our Kai, allowing us to be here to hear your Dabarim, barak us and be with us, strengthen us, blot out our Kata, our Ma'al, which are our sins and our transgressions, seal us with the Ruach HaKadosh, be a baraka to those that couldn't be here, those that seek you, that yakra upon your Shem, which is call upon your name, those we commit to you in Palau, those that support your Dabarim, your word, those in divers temptation situations beyond the controlled circumstances, pestilence, disease, wars, behind prison walls, bereaved, whatever the circumstances, we commit them to you. The married, the single, the separated, the afflicted, the out-of-towners, baraka them. Keep us, our young people, baraka them, the day of Zakayu, which is markers to remember before the Rosh Yomim come, which are the evil days. Baraka us all, which are pioneer and let it or upon us, enlighten, to be our encampment and our protection, and fill our lobs with your ahab, which are our hearts with your affection. Baraka, the Shem of Yahushua HaMashiach, which is your Savior, the Anointed One. Baraka, his Zabak, his sacrifice, his Kum, his resurrection, his Dam, which is his blood that redeemed us from the Beth of bondage, which is the house of slavery. Baraka, your Shem, that it might be Tahalim, which is praise, that kabod and kabod be unto you, which is honor and glory. For truly you're worthy for all you've done and rendered and not cutting us off. Forgive us for our willfully going against your debar, your word. Forgive us for all the things we procrastinated and hesitated on, the things we whined and mumbled and grumbled about, that you might make us talmim complete, unrebukable and blamable in your mashpat, joint heirs with the Mashiach, which is the anointed one, that we might be able to kodashim, which are the separated ones. We seek you, and please fill us with that Ruach HaKodesh. Barak us that our aman, which is our belief, might be according to your writings. Let the sefer, let it reign over us. Shar, let it be our understanding, our all in all. Barak your shalakim, your sent ones, your ra'ah, your shepherds, and your malaki, your messengers. Barak the shara, which are the ministers that you place the laboring inside the vineyard. Please be with us all to do your will. And we've done all we could do here on this side. We allow for Beth in your Long Mount Kuth, which is the home of your empire, where we can see your pani, your face, and we can tahalim your shem better, which is praise your name. In the shem of Yahushua, HaMashiach, we palau. Let us all say, Amen. Come home! Come home! Ahab, y'all a pitiful clapper. Pitiful. Oh, they take, oh. Better. All right, come on, kids. Get this song in so we can get cleaned up and get out of here. Y'all cutting them a smoke time. Y'all know how I feel. I love kids. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know I love kids, don't you? Get you behind on how I got to smoke. Come on. Who can sing? I don't need nobody who can't sing. Let me check you. Raise your hand, you can sing. But what is your hand up for? I thought we done talked about you can't sing. You done got better? How you been practicing? Hit a note, let me hear it. I know it. We just got to cover him. Y'all, we got to cover him with love. Y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Oh, good. I know you can't sing, Malachi. Y'all ready? Huh. You come here to sing, AJ? Come on. You ain't going to come and pop out. Come on. Come on, hear you sing it. You don't sing it too? You ready? Y'all ready? Oh, come on. You gonna leave? Bring your vacuum cleaner. What you gonna take up your cross? Take your vacuum cleaner and follow me. Come on, except you vacuum, you should know why I enter in. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Can the baby doll sing? No. Oh, good, terrible. All right, let's hear. I'm gonna be listening. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3, hit it. Hop the little children. Ooh. All the children of the congregation, oh, red and yellow, black and white, they are precious in His sight. Rahab, the little children of the congregation. Woo! Come home, Ahab you.